Good afternoon. So welcome to our English class, CRM and customer service. So basically what we've been doing is we've been conducting a few classes in in SITEC. So can I see a raise of hand on how many of you this is your first time coming to our e-commerce class? Okay, we still have a lot of other e-commerce class coming up. This is our coaches, and one of our coaches for today is Mr. Sunny. He will be coaching the entire class today. And so our next class will be on the 13th of June. And we've already opened for registration, so if you want to register, you can always go to Eventbrite or our website, which is sitec.com.my. We'll be conducting English, Bahasa, as well as a Chinese class. And after we end our class, right, we normally have a marketing sharing session. So if you're interested for a marketing sharing session, you can always write in to us. For today, we have at least 2 marketing sharing sessions, so you can stay back just for a while, like 5 to 10 minutes, just to share on what you do. Alright, so our next class will be digital marketing, which is on the 13th of June. And our next class will be alright, so it's okay. I'm just going to pass the mic to my colleague who's going to share with y'all what we do in SITEC. Okay? So can I please get Miss Anne?
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Is it very gloomy day today? So everyone's still half asleep. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, this is the spirit. Okay, my name is Anne. I'm the startup manager of SITEC. So I understand that some of you are actually very new to this place, and maybe this is your first time, or maybe you are just about to start your e-commerce venture, right? Okay, so this is the right place where we can actually give you a lot of free information, helps, assistance, and the space for you all to use. Okay, let me quickly go through what SITEC doing. SITEC stands for Selangor IT and E-commerce Council. So we are directly under the Invest Selangor initiative to actually help Selangorians to go online easier. Okay, can I have the slides? Okay, so what we do. Okay, we have 4 main programs. Over here you can see Online 100, Apps 100, E-commerce Education, and Selangor Digital Creative Center. So I will go through one by one. So this place is called Selangor Digital Creative Center. It's a co-working space, 11,000 square feet. What you can benefit from here is, first thing, we will have a lot of free events that you can actually come and mingle around with like-minded friends. And then, of course, if let's say you are thinking of starting your own business, you don't want to rent an office with high cost renovation, take care of the bill every month and all that, right? So you can come here with only 100 ringgit per person per month. You can enjoy all the facilities. You can have free flow of coffee, tea. You can have your meetings here. You can meet your clients, and yeah, we open Monday to Friday 9 to 6. Okay, so it's only 100 ringgit per person per month. You can check out with my registrations, the receptionist there. Okay, then I will go through Online 100, Apps 100, and E-commerce Educations. Okay, so Online 100 and Apps 100 is actually a program that we designed to actually help brick and mortars, retailers, and those people that they have products they want to sell online, but they have no idea how to start. Okay, so what is it called Online 100 or Apps 100? Because our target is to help 100 people, 100 merchants to go online for every year. So we have started this since 2015. So this is already 2 years. So we have helped over 260 and 270 merchants to go online. So if you have a product that you want to sell, or you are actually running a retail now, a physical shop, but you want to go online, you have no idea where to start, you can come to us as long as your address, company registration address is under Selangor. That's the only requirement. And secondly, of course, you must have your product to sell, right? Then you can come to us. What you will get is, we will help you to connect to all these 4 main marketplace: Lazada, 11th Street, Uberly, and logon.my. You can actually start selling online. And of course, with all the courses that we are providing, you can actually learn how to do your content nicer, how to actually do like customer service for today, and how to actually do digital marketing and so on. Okay. And if you participate in this online 100 program, you are also entitled for this apps 100, which means we will help you to do your own web stores with iOS and Android, both, for free. All the things that I mentioned just now are free. Okay, the only thing is you have to go to our counter, get the form, and then fill out everything, and then attach all your SSM forms and all that. As long as your registration address is under Selangor, okay? And if you participate in this online 100 apps 100 program, so you can use our photo studio upstairs for free with photographers provided. So because we know that you need to take photo of your products. Let's say you are selling maybe a mug, and then if you take photo at your home, not nice, right? Don't know why somehow you use what Huawei P9 whatever very good photo, the photo camera, still cannot get the right one, right? Because you need a studio. You need a proper studio, proper setup with all the proper lightings and all that. So you can actually bring your products here, and then you book the studio with our colleague, our receptions, and then you can use the place for free. So if you are online 100, you will have a photographer to help you to take photo. And if you are not under online 100 and you still want to use the photo studio, yes, we are open to public, but subject to availability, right? Okay. So later, if you are yet to check out the place, feel free to walk around, ask any of the co-workers here to actually show you around, so you can see, visit our photo studio upstairs. So this is the thing that I mentioned just now. We'll provide you this service to build your own iOS and Android applications. And this is some of the statistics. Since June 2015 until last year October, we have achieved 200 merchants and total sales 2.3 million. So now it's already June, so we are yet to update this. There are more merchants coming up. Okay, you will be the next, right? Then the third things that I mentioned just now, e-commerce education classes. So the class that you attend today is part of this program. So we organize about 20 classes per year in different languages, like what Nisha said just now, English, Malay, Chinese. So usually we will do it on the Tuesday afternoon about this hour, 2 to 4:30. So we will invite our coach. So on certain topics, and then today is Mr. Sunny. He will actually go through with you what is CRM and what is customer service, how to do better to get more exposure, more fans for your products and so on. And at the same time, we will also invite another 2 or 3 players in the market that they are actually doing very well in that particular area to share with you their experience, so you can learn from them. So learn from others is faster than self-learning online, right? So you can come to all these classes for free. And we provide nice food also. Okay. So after this, you can fill out your stomach, okay, before you go home. Then we also help people that want to start ups. So if you know about tech startups, say you have an idea that you want to build like an Uber kind of products, apps, right? But you think your idea is very brilliant, but you don't know where to start. Okay, so you can come to us. You can join our program called Startup Quest Selangor. This is where you can actually meet skillful people. Let's say you are very good in design. You are a designer, but you need people that can develop apps. So you can come to this program. You can find people that want to work with you together, And through the program, you can actually experience the whole process of building your own business. So this program is 4 days. We will do it on weekends because we understand that most of the people that want to start up, they also have full time. They have to feed themselves, right? So they cannot like go all the way just do startup and then no income, right? So we do it on Saturday and Sunday. So the first Saturday and Sunday is a workshop. So what you will learn through this workshop is basically business idea validation. You think your idea is very good, but whether got anyone that want to pay you for to buy your product or to buy your service or not, you don't know, right? You cannot like go through everything, build all the things already. After 9 months, 1 year, then you launch your product, then nobody use, right? So we will go through this process with you. We will invite our mentors to teach you how to see whether your business plan is a feasible one or not. And then we'll go through some design thinking practice, how to actually cut down all the unnecessary process in your product or in your daily work routine. And also we will go through some pitching techniques. So definitely if you are a business person, you will have to pitch to your clients, you have to pitch to your investor, you have to pitch to people that want to buy your product, right? So there are techniques that you can actually pick up. How to actually pitch in 60 seconds, how to actually pitch in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So we will go through all these things during a 2-day workshop. And then after that, the other 2 days is where you can actually pitch your ideas in 60 seconds. And then you can get votes from the participants. And from there, you know that whether your idea is favorable by all or not. Then if your idea is part of the maybe 8 or 10 of the top votes, then you can actually work on your idea. You can actually recruit people from the participants, and then you all start to work on it. Within 2 days, you come up with your prototype. It's possible. Within 2 days, if you have the right team, you have the right directions, then you can actually come up with the prototype within 2 days. Okay, so all these things is only at 100 ringgit, 4 days, meal included, and the venue is here. So we will launch our next Startup Quest Selangor these few days. Just follow our Facebook, or maybe we will send you the e-newsletter as long as your email is with us. Okay, so it's only 100 ringgit on the 8, 9 July, 15, 16 July. 8, 9 is the pre-workshop, alright? Then this is one of the some of the photos. Last year we have the pitching session out there, and then after that they select the top. Last time is top 15 teams. Then after they select the 15 ideas, they work on it for the 2 days. So there are a lot of interesting ideas. Then the other thing is Startup Connect. Okay, so if you already a startup or you already have your own enterprise or small business, and then you would like to have more exposure, you want more people to know you, right? Then only you can sell your product, sell your services. So you can go to startupconnect.sitec.com.my. You can just submit your simple profile. Okay? So from there we can actually know who is in the market, who is active, and then you can send you some goodies, meals, and so on. Right? So last year we also did this Top E-commerce Merchant Awards. It's first of its kind awards that we actually want to recognize the efforts and reward those very good e-commerce merchants in Malaysia. So a lot of them selling very good, giving very good product, very good service, right? So through these awards, we actually call them out to actually recognize them. So if you are also an e-commerce merchant and you would like to participate in this program, yes, just stay tuned to our Facebook. We will update you as soon as possible. Then e-commerce hackathon. Last year we have a 1-day event where we actually invite all the e-commerce industry players, and also we invite those public merchants, sellers, buyers to all sit down and discuss on certain topics that how to actually make e-commerce services in Malaysia better. Right? And we also have some big conference, like last year Southeast Asia e-commerce conference. We invite some of the big players from like eBay, Zalora, iPay88, our partner, MoPay, Lazada. They all come and sit down and together, and we actually focus on certain topics on how to actually sell cross-border. Then Smart City, because we are actually under the Selangor government, we work very closely with Menteri Besar office. And last year, December, we actually, together with them, we actually launched the blueprint of Smart Selangor. So Selangor is going smart, meaning that in the future, like for going to the governments, you don't have to go through a lot of red tapes and all that. So sooner or later, they will start to turn Selangor into a smarter living environment for everyone, including transportations, including recycling and all that. All of this, they are actually working on it. So we are also helping them to actually do the conferences and then to do all the awarenesses. And this year we are going to have a very big event, a 3 days event in Setia City Convention Center. So we will talk about smart city, and we work together with Barcelona Smart City to bring the experience here for the exhibitions and also for the conferences. And also we will talk about future commerce. We work with Taipei Future Commerce. We will bring the experience here as well to talk about what is the future habits and what is the trends that going soon in the future for us to actually buy online, sell online, and then have smarter living, smarter lifestyle. Okay, so stay tuned, 7, 8, 9 September, we will soon announce in our Facebook, and you can start buying the tickets, or if you would like to have a booth, you want to showcase during the event as well, you can actually come to us and register with us. Okay. So that is about it. So if you would like to know more about this center, what else, what are the things that we can offer, after the event you can go to our reception counter, you can collect all the brochures over there, and you can speak to some of my colleagues at the counters. Alright, thank you so much and happy learning.
Thank you, Anne. Alright, so basically we also conduct paid class. For our next class will be it will be SEO technique, and we are currently giving out early bird promotion and it's only open to 20 packs, which is only 600 and the normal price is 800. If you're interested to purchase any of these tickets, we have this as well as Alright, and our next class would be in July, where we still have early bird promotion as well, which is before this. Alright, so this early bird promotion is 1,000 only. The normal price is 1,500. And our next class will be Facebook advertising, which is conducted in Chinese. And we also have early bird promotion, which is only 400 and normal price is 600. And you might be thinking that probably you don't have the cash with you today. You can actually put in a deposit of 50 ringgit to us. We'll be at our booth, which is the My Starter booth. So you can just meet us and we can see what we can do for you. Because the tickets are really selling very fast. Alright, so without wasting any more time, I would like to invite our coach, Mr. Sunny, to conduct the class. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Can I have a show of how many have been to my class before in the last 3 classes? Oops. Thank you. 3. How many of you here is already an online seller? Selling online. Have experience selling online? You have 1, 2, 3. Yes, good. 4, 5 maybe. I think we have more. How many of you here have intention to go to sell online? Okay, I'm sure. Okay, I'm sure everybody in this room, yes, I'm just asking a stupid question so we make sure we all wake up after lunch. Okay, let's quick start. My name is Sunny. I'm just going to do a quick introduction of myself. Let me see this. Okay, wow, I didn't know there's a sound built-in when you click. There's a new feature, right? Cool. Okay, this is a good. This is the agenda I'm going to walk through. Today there's roughly about 2 hours. I will probably take about 45 minutes in a session to walk you through from the background of CRM. Earlier part I've gone through in earlier classes. In fact, this is my last class among the 4. The 3 classes I was conducted was product management, content management, and now the final one is CRM. So this is all relevant to all coming to e-commerce. So a lot of people selling to e-commerce, you also got PO coming, got order coming. It's not as simple. Actually, you need to do a lot of work in preparation to get things done, right? And after that, there's still a lot of work needs to be done. So I will first do a quick intro about myself and also the company where I came from. I would go deep into the CRM or customer service in relevant to e-commerce in particular. And next, I will go with more best practice sharing. Because I also run the e-commerce company. Therefore, a lot of real life experience I would like to share out. So this is, in fact, I'm using the real data for my company. Hopefully no confidential name and your name will appear out there, right? This is a snapshot of the page on how it will look like even not before. Alright, and last but not least, I try to give more time for Q&A. The session is I will do a quick, probably few question Q&A at my session. Then I'll pass on to the floor to two more guest speakers, which we're going to share good content from email marketing and also from chat perspective, right? From there, at the end of it, if you have time, we have more Q&A at the end of it. If not, you can have also agent outside to do a personal Q&A if you want to. Does it sound good, everyone?
Yes.
Right, can we have some energy? Sounds good?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's get moving. Hopefully no sound this time. Huh? Okay. You know my age, I cannot see this. I don't know which is the right button to press. Right, let me try. Okay. The background by myself, I came from corporate world. Give you some kind of encouragement. Okay. I started e-commerce only about 2 years plus. Building a company from scratch to nothing to something, right? Today we are already in a multi-million-dollar business, monthly and yearly, of course, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that it's possible to build. I mean, over the years, you look at my career profile, I've been building million-dollar business for a lot of big corporations, right? And started in the early days of the 90s. Some of you in this forum, you probably know NEC those days, right? Everyone, 9 out of 10 people probably carried an NEC phone or NEC notebook those days. Those were the products I used to be selling in the early days, right? So in the product management background. Then I went on to join Intel for 6 years in selling CPU. So most of the computers inside you're using is the CPU that produced by my company. I used to be running for Malaysia, also for Asia Pacific region, server CPUs, motherboards, mobile. I launching the Core brand, you know. Intel Core brand, Centrino brand, those days you recall. So those were the products I was doing. And later part after Microsoft, then I thought that this guy is going to be #1 in the world soon. Let's join him. And at the time I was still #7. So I was probably the second country manager after the Chinese guy went back. So I was there for a short period, 18 months. So I was country manager for the Lenovo IdeaPad brand, those consumer brand. ThinkPad, IdeaPad. Actually the product you can actually pour water in, you see the water go through and the notebook is still okay, right? That's the product, right? So I was doing that product for probably 18 months. Then finally I landed in Microsoft for almost 4 years, 3 years, 9 months, I was the GM for the consumer business. That's for Windows, Office that you buy, the mouse, the keyboards, Surface. I was the one who brings Surface to Malaysia, so that was a brand I introduced from scratch to nothing. So that's really about my background. At the early 40s, I found that you have gone through everything, but you have not tried everything yourself to do your own business. So it's about time maybe I started doing business. And nothing better than doing e-commerce now, right? You look at it 2 years ago, e-commerce is very good. It's still the infancy stage. But I think what MDEC or many of government positions, Southeast Asia opportunities, is we are in a nascent position. This is really things that everyone will do, but someone perfected it, but not everybody get it right. But the economy of the growth of this internet economy is probably about 2-3% right now, depending on the industry you're in. But imagine that become 10% and you are the early adopter. Or you're already in a business which is very big. Right? And last week was a seminar week. I call it a marathon of seminars. We were in lots of seminars. I was attending speak in Southeast Asia APEC conference. I was speaking in CIB event. Then we also attended some event. You will see a lot of faces of SMB getting very worried of late. Some of the paid event, people paid to listen. I see bosses, CEO bringing the agency bosses to come to listen to the event because of the 4-letter word DFTZ. They get very worried. Yeah, either it's opportunity or threats. Some of you probably want to have more chat about that. But the way I look at it from a positive side. E-commerce is definitely on the right track. But you jump on this bandwagon and know every single bit of it, a bit about it, how to get it right for your business, show that you won't be disrupted and you're going to disrupt people. In this business of coming where e-commerce is heading, you either get to disrupt people or you get disrupted. So there's 2 choices. There's no either way. It's definitely coming. If I'm speaking to you by October or November, the DFTZ is going to be in operation. The old LCCB airport is already been renovating right now, so it's going to be operation. The new 11/11 this year, the single day, the big day for e-commerce, you will start to buy things from there. So that is coming, and it's going real fast. Again, there's also going to change the landscape, the way we do business forward. You know why? Because the way Chinese merchant do CRM, do consumer, is going to be my blogging. It's going to be very different. I probably will share with you from storytelling, right? Less of slide today, but hopefully you pick up some idea, some spark in your mind, then you can take some of this idea and implement. Okay? Thank you. Which one is better? Yeah, thank you. So, a little bit intro about my companies. I started this company called ClickAsia. I think I still have some identity issue. I say when you first heard about it, this ClickAsia, right? What's come to your mind? Are we an email marketing company? Are we a merchant? Are we an agency? Right, so this is something that we are trying to reposition it right. But before I ask, I want to probably have a privilege. How many of you actually bought something from us before? From ClickAsia? Anyone in the room? Okay, if not, let me ask a clear question. Have you seen this before? If you buy anything from Lazada or 11th Street or sometimes from merchant, have you seen this thank you note before? Yes? Thank you, you're my customer. Right, so we are actually a brand after introduced, right? We actually a player, an e-tailer. Because of my background in IT, we started selling business in all the 6 marketplaces. How we position ourselves, we are actually a premium e-tailer in the technology industry. Actually, ClickAsia is one of the online companies we manage. We have 3 online companies today. We have more than 35 online stores. We have more than 18 brands that we represent. But for ClickAsia alone, we have 9 brands to represent. The recent brand we just started, we just got L'Oreal luxury brand distribution. So the brand that you see up here, there's a lot of brands that we sell. Some of the key brands we focus on will be Acer. If you go to Lazada, you type the word Acer or you type the word Logitech, as you go to the official store, those official store belongs to us. That's how we run the brand business. We also have in Microsoft and Samsung in Singapore, and WD, SanDisk in Shopee, WD in 11th Street, Acer as well in 11th Street, Fitbit in 11th Street, and recent one will be we are doing a soft launch now for ladies. Probably heard about this brand called Clarisonic. Any of you? You don't know what is that? It's the #1 cleansing devices in the world, right? It's from Seattle. Well, acquire it. So don't use your hand to wash face. 6 times better to 11 times better performance when you use the machine to wash it. The brush to wash the face. So that is the device that we are selling. So that is the #1 brand. Biotherm, we are about to launch in June. It's another brand that you probably know is #1 for the men's cosmetic. But they still big potential customers actually from the women. So they are also #1 cosmetic and many more to come under the L'Oreal luxury brand. So we are today, I'll say who is ClickAsia. We are actually a brand agency and distributor online for all technology brand and going into luxury cosmetic brand. So that's how we position ourselves. We started as last year, 2 years, backed by local JV, joint venture. We are a big group locally, also regionally, we have regional player support. And we also moving into ASEAN country. We started in Singapore. Singapore just about 6-7 months ago we started in operation. Good 3-digit run rate every month, but still more to come, right? And more importantly is that still very small. There's only about 20 old people company in the group, 20 old people running the business. But in online business, 20 old people is probably pretty big. You don't need a big team because this is a high volume, very technology intensive business. So that's the background of who we are. Where we sell, later I'll pass this around. You'll see that we sell in all the major marketplaces. So we have the domain expertise in marketplaces. If you have any brand, good Malaysian brand that you want to try to do online and you know what to do, you can start talking to us. There's a new business model we're also hitting. Yeah. So enough of advertisement, right? So I get some free air time. Let me get to the real topic a little bit. That's a store we manage. I will not go into details. There are about 18 of them. How it look like. Next time we know when you see some stores, you check, oh, okay, this is the one they manage. That's our office. We moved into a new office. We own the place now in about 10th floor in Tropicana Avenue. It's in Tropicana Golf and Country Club there. So we are about, that's the place that we are in right now. And let me get on to the real topic of customer service. Every one of us here is a customer. every one of us here somehow has do some kind of some level of post-sales. You must all remember that. When people talk about customer service, always very negative, means after sales, problem. But I think I want to draw your, thinking, take a few steps back. It can be positive if you do it right. Right? And of course, not all customers will be a happy customer. But how do you address an angry customer become opportunity? How many of you in this room actually went to consumer tribunal before in courts? Any of you? Yes. Okay. I've been into not this company, unfortunately, in one of the MNC company because of consumer complaint. I had to travel all the way to Johor Bahru in the tribunal court to settle a case which can be just settled without. You know it's going to be the consequences, but you just have to be there. So that is a bad example of customer service because it was not handled properly when things don't do it right. So customer service can be pro and cons, how we look at it, right? Let me just move into customer service. The way I put customer service in perspective, I want to share with you from a very ground up zero. When I started this company, we don't have a lot of money, right? Of course, we have a lot of sales, we do. A lot of things can be done through your process thinking, using PowerPoint, using Excel. Excel is the wonderful database if you cannot write any software to start things with, right? I'm not shy. Today we still use a lot of Excel. We use a lot of Power Pivot to do a lot of analytics, big data analytics, right? You still can do today, right? But you will not be one day, right? Because our guys, shall I say, I got no business, right? So let me walk you through this chart. Some of you who've been to my class who've seen this before, but this is a classic example of, I call a consumer purchase journey. Let me walk you through a little bit what you mean by that. Today you walk out this room, suddenly you find that there's a need for you to want to buy something. There's something called a need recognition, correct? What do you do in today's world when you want to buy something? You go online to check, you do opinion forming, right? You look for something, you search, you look for something, okay? That's what you probably will do here, right? Information search. Then you look at the alternative. Customer service, when it comes to the consumer life cycle purchase journey, they come in the first intersection is where you do the information search. That's where you actually engage to the website or you speak to somebody, you drop somebody a message, you try to PM the sellers, you try to drop him an email, you try to be approached by the sellers through email or whatsoever. That is the first intersection of customer engagement. And I'm assuming this customer has never been a customer before. That's a first intersection customer. The second intersection, from that moment is so important. Why? Because you need to try to, try to sell your company, try to sell yourself, trying to make sure that you have the good value proposition, the trust building is there so that people will buy from you, right? So the right thing, all the right thing you must do to make sure you win that battle. I call it the first moment of truth in the life cycle purchase journey. Okay? The second moment of truth is really after the purchase. Let's say you bought a car. Your car gives you 5 years free service. One of the brands in the market gives you 5 years free service. But the second moment of truth coming is when you send in your car during the 5 years, the service agent experience, the free nasi lemak they provide, whether good taste or no good taste, it's very cheap cost versus the price you pay for the car, right? But reality is that is the second moment of truth of the after sales service. Whether the service agent address you in person, sir, or your name, or they call you, that is all the second moment of truth. Right? Today, many of these companies evolve, they compete to make sure they give the best level of service. I tell you, I own one of those two brands. My son used to like one nasi lemak of the other service center versus the other service center. So sometimes the father has to make choice to go to which service center because the nasi lemak tastes better. Real story, huh? No joke. This is real story. This is real story. But I think that's the key of the second, I'll call it the moment of truth. Sorry. The second moment of truth here in a post-purchase. So today I'm going to zoom in a lot in my section of the real experience of pre and post. So do bear with me what are the things you can do in pre and post in the real life environment. So are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I want to declare a little bit. Today my form is 70% of my normal. Somehow I speak a little not enough energy. Then this looking was asking me to run a 12, how many of you are CEO want to run a 12 hours midnight marathon cannot sleep one? I don't think I'm signing up for it. So if you want, then you can speak to Wu Ping out there, right? So no worry, yeah. So this chart is clear, yeah. But the beauty about online is that if you know what to do, this is a very powerful chart. I got it from internet, right? But a lot of people, the only difference with me is I can interpret for you in the way that the real life working experience, based on my past experience, based on my actual today working experience and the strategies that we adopt to implement, and actually you see the result of from there. So this is the chart I always, I call it the single Bibles. So there are 4 things here I feel that as a company, today I think many of our background here, I'm sure you already have a business selling something. Okay? You already do customer service somewhere, or you're only an online seller, or you're a pure offline seller, or you could be already having a call center. Okay? But everybody start in different stage of pre-sales or post-sales online when it comes to customer service. But the first thing that I start with, I give you my real life example, because when you start with few people, you cannot have a big skills operation call center. You don't outsource yet. You cannot control your cost. But what you do, social media is the first step that every one of you in the room, every one of you have Facebook account, right? Facebook told me there are 18 million population. Average of you Malaysians spend about 4 hours a day on Facebook. Do you know that? Right? There are 18 million netizens, in Malaysia, right? Malaysians like to be, the joke is that, how many of you in the room agree with me? The first thing you wake up in the morning, you don't brush your teeth today. You actually check your Facebook account first, or check WhatsApp. Correct? Many people are involved in that right now. I'm one of the guilty ones, right? Sometimes you tend to look at your smartphone, looking at WhatsApp, right? You don't brush your teeth. So with that, social media is getting so important, right? Of course, social media, there are many types of social media. Facebook is one of them, right? Twitter, Instagram. But the beauty is that Facebook and Instagram can be in link, right? Just that the backend, thanks to the, acquire each other, they will link up, right? But reality is Twitter is different thing altogether, right? This part of the world, I think Twitter is not too popular, right? Facebook is still the de facto, right? I will show you some real example of Facebook later. But that's something you can do. The reason why, as a business owner, you should have in social media and some of the do and don'ts in social media. First is low cost of entry. You don't have to be having a Facebook account, you as a user, but you don't want to know people that company belongs to you. You actually can have a designated page. Alright? If you don't know, go and find out the way to do it, right? You can manage that by page level, not by your individual. And you can also assign your co-worker to manage the Facebook page. That is the first thing you must do when you do e-commerce. Today, I'm quite a reputable seller among the marketplaces player. But guess what? Despite they have their own customer service in Lazada, in and so on, a lot of people still like to come to our Facebook page and PM and drop messages. That is the culture of the new social media marketing. So you need to do that, number one. Okay. The second one I think probably people will do is people will feel more comfortable if you allow a telephone call. You can register a handphone, you can have an office phone, make sure that somebody answer call consistently and there's a process in place when a customer call you. So that is the old school, I call it the brick and mortar school of customer service in a call center. And this is still a must. You call Lazada, you call 11th Street, what's the first thing they ask you? Can I have your order number? The order number will trace everything. That is the unique key. Alright? I tell you a hint, right? Today I sell in marketplaces. Today you just have to give me your handphone number. Make sure the right handphone. I know many people have many handphones. I can know where exactly you buy from us, in which marketplaces, what product, what price you buy before. That is the unique key that you're talking about. That's customer service, right? That's big data analysis, right? That is something that you need to look at. Right? Is it very, high in the end that people don't do? Actually, a lot of people can do. I can use Excel to do. I don't do a lot of things, right? The third thing, really, this is new, and I think when later I show you some video, I later show you some expert opinion. Everybody talk about live chat today. Why live chat is so important in customer service? Pre-sales and post-sales. Why? Pre-sales, I can tell you more than 50% success rate. If people talk to you on live chat, you know how to answer and address it correctly, you close the sales. Do you believe? For those who are in e-commerce, when somebody chatting to you, they already have interest. The opinion forming stage, remember, they already want to buy. The only risky part is that today I sell about 1,000 over SKU. My only worry is my staff training, technical knowledge. Because live chat, the danger is that if I ask you, I own a compact 430, compact is a notebook that's very old already. Which Kingston memory should I buy to put into that memory? Is it easy to answer? Very difficult, I tell you. Right? Not even my product manager maybe have to refer to some technical things. So those are the worry you need to have. But if you're selling a small array of product or the domain expertise, you are so good, you can answer it yourself, you will do very well. You will sure sell. Okay? Again, that is knowledge. Right? So live chat is getting very important. Everyone have to implement. Today we do live chat only in certain marketplaces, not in our own store yet. We are going to our own store soon. But some marketplaces like Shopee, alright, they do live chats. But the beauty of live chat, your options of leaving it, I call it the delay version. They give you a question, the straight after you can delay and respond, but you still need to respond. The guidance is, so how many of you already have an account in Shopee, selling in Shopee? Yes? Or you're like, do you know how many hours you must respond when somebody posts a question? Tips, 12 hours. If not, your rating will be below 75%. And when customers say thank you, please don't let them say thank you and you say bye-bye. You must make sure you say welcome. You must always be the last one to answer, even though they say thank you, because the technology don't know thank you means they're still asking questions you need to respond, so that I penalize you if you didn't respond. So that's the trick in Shopee. You must do that, right? That is the type of customer service. And so as a company who runs 5 days a week, this morning I looked at my customer, I looked at it, how come 49%? You say, boss, every time Saturday, Sunday, we never work. Monday sure drop one. But you see, Tuesday to Friday, I bring you back to 75%. So that's another trick you need to know. You want to be, because the platform was designed in a way that C2C. It's consumer to consumer. So they expect you to 24/7 answering questions 12 hours a day. Tough, right? Doing online business. That's the platform, right? That's live chat. The next thing is about omni-channel. Omni-channel is about online to offline, offline to online. Alright? Many of you who own an offline store or you have a brick and mortar store, you are trying to go online. Imagine when somebody trying to buy things from you, they can come to a shop to feel touch before they pay, but they learn it about you through online. That's a form of omni-channel marketing. But after they buy from you, they feel that I buy from online, but can I send your products back to you for customer service or any warranty related in offline store? Then they feel more comfortable. So it provides that option. If you have the option to be, why not you value add to provide the omni-channel customer service build? So that's a 4-part I think that's very implementable, whichever state of business you're in right now. Even you do a part-time online today, you can start with a Facebook chat. You can always respond 24 hours, people still okay. Alright? But when you go into call, there one need to be physical people trained with the knowledge to address. When you go into live chat, make sure they also have the knowledge to chat and make sure you must respond within the given time. The problem with live chat is some of the users are very impatient. You send something, no response, this company will never live chat with them again. That's the danger, unless you're ready, right? The last but not least is omni-channel. Omni-channel is the option of best of both, right? And you need to incorporate both. I think that's something that's implementable. Is it something new? I don't think I'm teaching you anything new today, but something that you can think and how you can straight away go back and do. Okay? And this is what I will be doing also for my company. Alright, the next thing I'm going to move on is #1 CRM company in the world called Salesforce. Okay, a company in San Francisco, if I'm mistaken. Right? Big building, right? Building the new tallest building in San Francisco now is Salesforce, right? They tell me one of the subsidiaries on this is, of course, I can tell you, e-commerce is pretty new. We are not Lazada, we are not 11th Street, we are just a local player. So of course, you have got Zendesk, you have many of the local apps as well coming up. Reality is that we want to learn what they say is good. I think the key for this slide is to share with you what they say is good, what's important, what we need to capture. Which tools and how you use it is a different story. But what we get out from here is the first thing he says that we need to offer multi-channel. Is it consistent with what I shared with you before? You need to offer multi-channel support. Alright? The key is that 9 out of 10 people expect you to have multi-channel of customer service. Right? Even delivery today. Right? I mean, talking about CRM is one thing. Delivering product to a customer in e-commerce, they are going multi-channel. You know what I mean by that? Because not everybody want to buy in e-commerce, they are really 9 to 5 at home to collect the parcel. That's why your box it concept, Collect concept all coming in at the convenience of certain places for them to collect. So these are all the multi-channel concept of offering customer service to some extent. Second part of it is really you need to listen to them on social media. The good part of social media also have the bad part of social media. If you are not social media savvy and you don't want to participate too much, you are just relying on a junior staff who may not know how to handle the situation, things can go very ugly. So some of the successful company, some of the successful technopreneur or the leaders, they are very involved in the social media. You need to be involved, you need to understand. Of course, I'm not asking you to micromanage, but you need to know what's happening. Is that issue that needs escalation process? So those are pretty important in the social media engagement portion. 46% of people expect you to have a Facebook page. This is not what I said, this is a survey in the US. Of course, do you know Malaysian number could be higher than US? Do you know Malaysians spend more time on Facebook than the US people? Do you know US sell a detox Facebook program nowadays? You've never heard before, right? This is, I went for a Facebook class, they tell me this is true, right? Because we are so tech savvy, we cannot live without Facebook and so on. So what they do is sometimes when they get out from a corporate world, they really take off their phone and go for some program, no connection at all for go to some off-site place. Actually, no people pay high value dollar to go for holiday for trying to make them think about what they need to do without connection, just eat and sleep. There are programs like that in this part of the world to cater for people I call detoxing the digitized world. Right. So anyway, that's the second point. The other point is about, I cannot read that, but I believe it's 88% of people expected a very fast response when you're on Facebook as well, right? The third one I want to ask is about track all customer intersection. This is key, right? Today offline, you know what we do in the old school when we do customer service? When there's a sales inquiry, the first thing we take our pen and write on a piece of paper. Or some people got buku 3 the sales lead book. Right, the old school, right? Today you can use Excel to track, you can use whatever thing to track. That's the sales lead, the pre-sales part. The post-sales can do the same thing as well. You need to track every intersection of customer. And if you are advanced enough with all the analytics, you can know this customer is the first-time customer or your repeat customer. What is the customer retention rate? Right? How many people actually buy from you? Actually, every week I know my percentage of repeat customer by marketplace, the key one. You need to know all this data because this data will help you to analyze what you need to do next. Okay? The fourth one is really create a support center for customers, right? Support center is a lot of people first thing when they buy from you, got problem with you, what do they first thing do? They go to your official website. Your official website must be equipped enough to have all the key FAQ. Microsoft, the company I used to work for, sometimes I call it over orchestra. They give too much information. They'll ask you 10 questions before you ask them questions. But they're trying to narrow down what you want to ask them. But that's the way they give the FAQ, correct? So you need to provide some kind of domain expert of the common problem people face. Or nowadays that we Google around what they do, you can go blog. Sometimes you solve a problem without going to the vendor, if it's just a device issue, right? But really relevant to that brand or whatsoever, or your product, you make sure your website have sufficient information and FAQ to address it without human interaction. That's another way of addressing it. We call it customer support. You see, they consistently, the number 5, they say provide live chat. Live chat is getting important because in the new age of the AV shopper online, what they do is they really like to chat. Yeah, I mean the PM culture, right? Some many of you are in Leilong. Leilong I always tell Leilongs and the team is that you guys is probably one of the best PM culture, right? Because sometimes PM boleh murah sikit. They will come in. But you do B2C is because you don't discount. Your PM they ask can it be cheaper and cheaper and come in. So there's a PM culture will come in, right? Then focus on a timely response is key. You need to have an SLA for your service. Pre-sales and post-sales, that's the key. Right? And that is, you cannot lose a customer just like that, right? Last but not least is a wow effect. Wow effect is that what you ship, what you give the service. A good example is that I sell Western D hard disk, internal hard disk, right? One example is that customers sometimes have issues of always claiming the delivery people don't handle hard disk well, despite we wrap 2 wrap 3 wrap with extra boxes out there. But because of components are very like RAM, they are very sensitive to heat, they're sensitive to handling. That could be vibration, that could be a concern, right? Some of them they claim issues. So when the wow effect customer service, you sometimes have to really do a replacement. You know, a loss for the deal. You may not get back the replacement for vendor. You may have to take that type of things, right? So these are things that you do, right? I got one customer in Glen who bought a lady who bought a 4 unit of Lenovo AIO for me, worth about 10,000. It's supposed to be, I believe it's a professional solo company. So I buy 10 AIO consumer device, but I buy for should be semi-business, I guess, right? One of the machines not working. That machine now in our office we are using, right? Because we have to take it back. Actually, the deal we lost. $10,000, you know how much margin for IT, right? But we took back, we go and refurbish, but we cannot sell. What do? We use. So this is a type of customer service that will wow the customer. But the good thing is that we know she come back again. The type of things that you have to do to excite the customer. And besides free gift, by the way, I also bring some free gift. Remind me in case I didn't give. Some percentage free gift, Logitech free gift, and some of the things I'll share with you later, right? So these are little bit of free gift you probably want to throw in to wow people in the sales. So let me repeat again. Sales is really pre-sales. During the time they receive the goods, it's another wow impact. You can excite them in online business. And last but not least, the second moment of truth is the after-sales service. So your customer life cycle journey don't end just one transaction. I always tell my people in the offline world those days, right? Offline world, we don't collect data. They come, they pay, credit card swipe or cash register, clean hand, please don't come back again. That's the mentality of most sellers in the offline, correct? The old school, okay? No service, so it's no service means no cost to my company. That's old school. Assuming your business keep growing that way. But in today's, I think things have changed. You want to know how many people come back, how can we upsell, cross-sell, side sell, downsell, whatever you want to say to the same customer again. Alright? So it's not the word is not real. Upsell is correct. Cross-selling is correct. No side sell and downsell. I'm just pulling my leg. Correct joke, right? So that's the way you want to know the customer. Imagine today you are average age of people, you give a handphone to your kids, either 12 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old. Average handphone, they take 2 years to change. That same customer who need to use a handphone until the median age of Malaysia, man's probably about 78 years old today. How many handphones you will buy? 20, 30 times. Out of the many times they buy from you again, that your customer service is very good because you already manage the card. This is called customer life cycle management. Okay, so that's something you look for the product as well. So with that, I'm going to move on to let's practice sharing. Okay, I'll share with you a few examples of some of these are data, the real life I went into my website, my store to snapshot. First, if you sell in, for instance, this is Facebook, okay, the real one. You look at this case, right? They found our product in, it's a Microsoft Arc Touch Mouse. They found a product in, I believe, Lazada. They found that, oh, out of stock. Because sometimes you have so many stores, some place out of stock. Then they PM you, I want to buy from you, but where can I buy? So you need to respond to them. You see, this is a classic example of a sales lead, right? But why? They can go and buy from 10, 100 over Lazada sellers selling the same product. Why must they come to your Facebook, take the initiative, the burden to come and talk to you and want to give you the business? You must appreciate this type of customer, right? Then the response time is a key that my people, you probably could not read it, but I'll read for you, is that people who have trained consistently to respond to them in the appropriate time to close the sales. That's a pre-sales example, selling in the marketplace but come to your Facebook store. The second one is really about post-sales customer service. This guy bought a Logitech keyboard last month. Is it last month? Yeah, last month. And one of the things was faulty, right, for whatsoever reason. So where do they claim? Right? You know, this type of product, they don't have service center, right? So they have to send through courier or send back to us. Then we have to verify, then we have to give a replacement unit. So those are the things that we do. So this is the pre-sales and post-sales example in the social media. Simple but real life environment. There are lots of cases every day, right, in our Facebook, right? If you're not a Facebook fan, please, you can join and see what's happening there, right? But this is one of the classic example of Facebook. Second one is really in one example, right? Today, I think Lazada don't provide that yet, but we're in a pilot test of doing some chatting. We're going to bring the Taobao model of Wang Wang, you brought it for a lot of chatting one. We're going to bring that soon. We're in a pilot test now. But today, 11th Street have it for some time already. Shopee has been known to have it. I'll give you an example of 11th Street example, right? This is a pre-sales inquiry. Before they buy any single thing, they will ask you about compatibility, warranty, delivery, can ship here or not, and whatsoever, and so forth. So this is on the left side. They drop a question, and it's our standard SLA, working hours, 24 hours, or even 12 hours. We're going to have dedicated people to just do this only. Okay, you need to make sure you respond to each one of them. And this one is very good. You can easily track. You can track whether they close or not. But my question to my team is, yes, you close, but the quality of you close, was it a good close or not? Do you convince them to upsell or cross-sell if you cannot sell or not? That's the key you need to track as an owner sometimes, right? I can play, I respond. I respond with no sales also, I respond. Respond with ability to close the sales is a different story altogether. So this is something you also need to take note of that. The next part is really about review. Okay? This is crucial. I'm going to pass this around. Actually, I don't share this. I was just contemplating, should I share this or not? But since some of you are my customers before, you've probably seen before, right? Probably I'll ask you a question. What's the first impression when you receive this? Can you pass down? This is our secret in getting people to review who we are, what we do, what we sell. Hopefully they give us a good rating. That's why if you go down to most marketplaces, our rating are among the highest. You know why in marketplace you need to be among the highest? Besides you have good sales, but you must have good rating. You are mostly true, so that you're ranking always in the first page in marketplace. That is the formula behind the platform game, right? I always say that if you're not in the first page, the best place to hide a dead body is in the second page. Nobody will go second page and look for the same thing. You can find a good one in the first page, right? So you all need to make sure you do that. So that, other than the address, we just shift to Tropicana. The address was the old address. The rest is pretty covered right now. We are about to revise the new one already, but this is a concept. This thing we've been doing for years already, since we started. So they give you an impression of how we get response of customers. We say a word of thank you. We tell them who we are, what we do, how to get customer service. They need to call us. Give a sense of confidence. At the same time, we ask them to please rate us 5 stars. So look at the star there, right? So people come in to most of them give us 5 stars. Then your rating good, very good. Then you have repeat sales because your next customer will come in to look at all this rating. Okay, another secret I'll tell you is that I don't need to go out to know what my competitors sell. I can sit on to the screen and look at, I know what exactly the competitors selling at what price, what they're moving by looking at the review in some marketplaces. So those are a little trick you need to know in online. Okay? So those are things that you probably know in the marketplace environment. So the next one is really about Shopee. Shopee is a C2C platform. Okay? This platform is really about consumer to consumer. Earlier, Lazada is a B2C, is a business to consumer, or some people call it B2B2C. In a way, you are selling through an escrow, which 11th Street or Lazada is, then selling to consumer. So it's B2C or B2B2C platform. This is a C2C. But today, ClearAsia is a business entity, right? So we are still doing a B2C in a way. But the expectation of a C2C platform of customer service is very different. You know why? We process average, I would say, 50 to 100 orders a day for Shopee platform. Okay? The number of customer asking question in Shopee is almost 60 to 70% sure ask one. They will not buy and keep quiet in Shopee. They will buy and PM you. I just placed order. Can you please tell me when you ship? Very normal, this question. Agree? But not in Lazada or 11th Street, which they tell them, hey, 3 to 5 days, we already tell you already. Please expect. When they receive very fast, they look very good. Right? Day 0 they buy, day 1 you process, day 2 they receive. That's so far I was call it the Malaysian 72 hours before Jack Ma said 72 hours Malaysia. Some places can do already 72 hours today. But consistently 72 hours in the world is still a big challenge. Trust me. Right? But at this point of time, 72 hours to some is the norm standard. Right? Not like you buy from China product, it probably take 2 weeks. Some even come by normal post. 1 month, 2 months come. Those are slightly longer. But I would say that in Shopee, because the customer is so kanjiong, right? So what they do is that they will ask you on PM. What you need to do, you need to give them a customer service response. Say, this is your post large number. This is a scan number. This is one number. Please go and check it yourself on the website. Then they're okay already. They know you ship out already. Actually, the product you buy is not expensive because we own a Sandy's official store. We own a multi-brand store also in Shopee with 2 accounts. But those products are like 50 ringgit, 100 ringgit, but they are still want to ask. That's why I said you must be prepared to do customer culture. You must dedicate resources to it. Otherwise, the effectiveness is not going to be there. Your seller rating will drop. Right? Your follower will drop. Your response rate will be below 75%. Right? So those are the things that you can be different if you want to win in this space. Okay? So that's Shopee in a way. Of course, you have the shop is where you see the rating. There are also tricks you can make people follower. How many followers you have and how many people you follow. You know what's the best to gain follower? You follow a lot of people. You want to gain a follower, you follow a lot of the right people. The right people, right profile people, then they will follow you fully. Right? Then you gain follower, then you're popular. That's how you gain in the C2C platform. Okay, that's where the really about the pre-sales and the post-sales part. You see the post-sales part, our question also come in as well. Okay, that's the Shopee platform. Okay, the next one really is about a video. I'm not sure I can play from here. This is a video. Of course, trying to sell something, but take a look at the video, then we will analyze for you. Okay?
Top customer service trends in e-commerce. It's not just the times that change. It's the customer too. If you're using only old marketing tactics from 2000 or even 2012, you're on the wrong track. Customers are evolving, and so are their needs. Fail to meet their needs, fail to get their cash. We've collected relevant articles, statistics, and survey results that clearly illustrate what customers want and how you can give them what they want quickly and easily. Peer reviews. Customers rely on peer reviews to decide whether they want to make a purchase. 46% of users read reviews and blogs before purchasing online, according to the experts at VMO. Just think of sites like Amazon or Sephora. Where would they be if not for customer reviews? How would customers be able to choose? With a service that collects local reviews, merchant reviews, and product reviews, your e-commerce site will attract more customers and increase sales. Secure online shopping. Customers know that in this age of cyber theft, it's like playing Russian roulette if they shop on a site unknown to them. In a recent survey, 89% of shoppers said they won't shop on a site they don't trust. So how to win over website visitors with your awesome customer service? Show them right off the bat that they can trust you by displaying a trust seal on your website's homepage. Then another one on the checkout page. A recent Forbes article says that the general consensus has been that trust seals are indeed important for e-commerce sites. An A/B split test conducted by website security service provider TrustGuard compared sites with a seal to sites without a seal. And the sites with a seal showed a significant increase in conversion by 14% on average. In a similar case study for iNet Video, TrustGuard trust seals increased sales conversion over no seal by 15.8%. Price matching. One of the strongest ways you can influence a website visitor to buy from you is through price matching. Retailers reported in a survey by research firm BDO that the second biggest reason customers were enticed to buy from them was through price matching. Free shipping came in at number 1. And in another survey, 36% of consumers said they spend 30 minutes or more comparison shopping before making a decision on purchasing a commodity product. A big way you can lose a customer is if they have to leave your site to comparison shop. By offering a price match guarantee through a low-cost price matching service, you can keep your visitors on your page until they hit that buy button. All channels. Customers want omni-channel support. Customers want to have their full customer service support on whatever channel they choose, whenever they want it. Companies with extremely strong omni-channel support have an average 89% customer retention rate, according to a report from Aberdeen. Compare that to only 33% for companies with weak omnichannel customer engagement. A powerful way to increase your omnichannel customer engagement is through live chat customer support. Live chat is growing in popularity among businesses, meaning more and more consumers are expecting it an option. 58% of companies in 2014 were offering live chat, compared to 43% in 2012 and 30% in 2009, according to a 2015 research study conducted by Forrester Research. For more information about live chat support, check out rhinosupport.com.
guy very smart, right? Trying to sell live chat, but at the end of the day, that he's the one that I don't give him all the data. But I think that the gist of it is that you see this video, right? Very relevant to us. What did it say? Product review. Review can be customer review, product review, your website review, 3 type of review. That's first thing you need to look at, right? The next thing really talk about, I believe, is trusted site. A lot of people cannot buy from you because you're concerned about their PI, personal identity information being theft. Of course, everybody worry about cyber theft today, right? Not the WannaCry stuff, but it's more to the individual cyber theft. Yesterday midnight, one of my friends in Facebook, my ex-colleague girls, asked me to add her again. You know what's the next message come up? Can I have a phone number? This is the second time I got it from another girl. We know this is never give a phone number if you know someone already have a phone number on Facebook Messenger. Very normal, but your normal friend, the right picture, is already your friend, ask to add again. You thought the deleted account, ask to add again. Then ask for a phone number again. You never give this out. It's a new theft of your PII on the internet. It happened to me in this month twice, but of course, touch wood, I knew it. I never give my handphone away easily for that environment. Okay? So that's the second thing. The third one really you need to look at is really about the, just how they talk about multi-channel. They want omni-channel type of support. And of course, live chat is getting very important. You see, all these are coming from different sites. This is the US, but they are looking at consistent messaging on a few things that we discussed from just now until what I shared with you. Okay, hopefully you get it. And with that, I believe I come to the end of my part. I probably want to take 2 to 3 questions before I pass the floor to Melissa. Right? And to chat with you about email marketing, right? Any questions so far? Okay, let me start the ball rolling, right? The first question will get books. Limited edition or sample, yes. Yes.
Because of the this, for starters, I would expect a page if being advertised correctly, you will receive a lot of PMs. So how would they manage around it? Because for the Facebook Messenger, it's quite messy in a way, and also there's for customer service, you definitely need certain stage of ticketing and the CRM part. So what kind of maybe freemium tools that we can use, or any kind of paid service that is more integrated into this?
You want the honest true answer? I have probably about 80,000 to 85,000 customer orders since 2 years ago we started, right? I don't have a CRM tools, I use Excel. Okay, if there's a customer call for issue, we still can manage it, but it's not long term. Why Excel? Because I know Excel is so good that next time the CSV format I can port to any of the CRM tool when I decided which one to sign up for later. Okay, that's my answer to you. The second part is that when you're new, try to leverage on the platform tools from Shopee, 11th Street, or the future Lazada, or even Leilong, the PM tools, because those they store there for you in cloud somewhere. Unless you did pay for the yearly renewal, then they will take it off. But those are still there. Okay? That's my advice to you, right? Today in selling platform, you have order numbers, you have customer name, you have the address, you have what they buy, how much they buy, except phone number, also except email, correct? But it's okay, ma. In the modern world, phone number means everything. Your unique key is a phone number. If you know how to download that and use Excel to crunch things, you have a big data already. That's a free tools, but make sure your Excel is the legal version. Otherwise, it's not right? Yeah, start with that first. That's my first advice. Okay? And some of you are in IT business, you can buy some Microsoft product at a cheaper price, Action Pack and so on and so forth. Those are things that you probably want to know if you're in IT business. So to get a license. So I would say start with that first. But is it long term? No. You definitely have to invest into some level of CRM software. There are many, they are offline. They charge, I take a look yesterday, I'm not sure how much Sajid going to share with you the cost, but US one is probably like 49 US, 29 US, some will give you 30 days free, later will charge you. Those are all stored in somebody cloud, somebody application on the CRM. The beauty for those applications is, are they really relevant to what you're doing? Imagine today I have 35 stores example, right? Managing come from different way. You need to make sure you API everything correctly. To make sure you don't have API, it's also a headache, you got part of information there, part of information here. You need to make sure you have one integrated CRM application. You decide the format first. The best is selling in multiple platforms. You take all format, convert into one format, into one platform. From there, you develop your own CRM to query this database, to do customer service. That's how you should be doing it. Because each of the field of what Shopee or 11th Street or Leilong or Lazada call the SKU number is different ID. You need to have matching table and stuff like you are programming, you know what I mean? So you need to have your own central database to create all your universe of data, the customer who buy things from you first. Okay? Excel can do that, believe me. Okay? To start with, you told me you're small one. I talked to you before, I know. But you're a growing one, I know. Okay, next question. Yes.
My company intends to start a B2B business, but
B2B or B2C?
B2B. But the business owner are too busy. They don't have time to go to online. So we are thinking about combine with the traditional marketing tool, like digital, usual to combine. Can we work in that e-commerce world and the traditional?
The answer is sure. Okay? I can tell you any business today want to. Do you know people can sell? I'll give you an example. Alibaba revenue worldwide last year is 483 billion US. Okay? 57 billion. Sorry, 57 million only from Malaysia. Out of the 57 million from Malaysia, there are 3 products in Malaysia that sell, export, or somehow been, don't know real or not real say claim Malaysian product are so very well in Alibaba platform. Do you know what they are? Number 1 is Old Town is overly used, it's white coffee. I don't know the coffee is Malaysia coffee or China coffee. Okay, 37 million. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is Malaysia is famous for exporting one type of fruits that nobody has and we are the best one. Durian, yes. Number 3 is Julie biscuit. They got a lot of range. I don't know, somehow the Chinese like it. Maybe 3.5 million Chinese come to Malaysia every year. They go to our shopping center, they buy the Julie biscuit. Next time they will go online buy maybe. So that is conventional product, brick mortar, right? I don't know what industry are you in, but durian, the industry also can sell online. You think anything can sell, cannot sell online? You know the last year ago Durian Sing, right? The one in it was promoted by Maxis, right? So they was talking about selling durian. They want a big time selling export online. Unfortunately, Malaysian all the good durian already export out and go to Singapore. You know, sometimes I go to Singapore eat durian, Malaysian durian, but more tasty than what you buy in Malaysia. Okay, so all the good ones all export already. Can be done, right? You can use different type of methods. Okay, of course, probably I think Melissa will cover about very soon about email marketing, right? Email marketing is another form of doing. I can have old school of go to channel 3 type before internet was out. Brick and mortar is physical store trading. The other one is catalog sales. Okay, Korean got home TV shopping, also another channel, right? Online e-commerce is the third one, right? It's very hot right now. So these are different channels go to market. So this is called distribution channel. What do we use to sell? Anything can sell, but as long as you think about the cost efficiency of supply chain. People choose online because they want to narrow down the transaction cost. That's the reason. Okay? People come to online to buy as buyer, 2 reasons. Price and convenience. Does not mean always the cheapest sell. Price and convenience. But there's 2 reasons. Seller want to choose to sell online, the only 1 reason. They want to complement their reach of channel. Okay, and also the other one want to reduce the cost of doing business. There's only 2 reasons. Okay, I will answer a question. Okay. Any last question? Yes.
It's regarding the post-sales issue.
Post-sales, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we meet customer should be quite demanding. Let's say we have terms and conditions stated in our website, let's say. So let's say you want to return an item and let's say it's even not damaged, maybe it's just warranty claim. And then somehow they didn't follow our rules and regulations. And they still insisted on doing it. And we just want to ask your experience, how would you handle this kind of customer? Would there be some kind of solution or any way that you can actually negotiate customers? Because I met few customers actually taking advantage. purchase it on the first day and then probably use it on some other places. Sometimes we exchange the spare part, even change it for some other product and return it to you, and much more complicated issues. And we would like to share some experience handling this kind of situation.
You should ask Sharon to help me answer this question. Just kidding, right? Sharon is my close friend, right? We are in the same IT industry. I can tell you it's very normal. Can I ask you which platform I'm referring to? Are you referring to marketplaces or referring to selling in your own e-store? Both, huh? Okay, let me first start with and share the tricks, right? Okay, when you saw a Lazada, right? Lazada is 14 days, no question asked. Unfortunately, the no question asked means that they say you don't dispute lah, but the reality is there are 1% of the customers to 2% roughly always go for cheating. Okay, I sell new Samsung. One day sometimes I ship about 60 units Samsung S6 those days. The phone. You know who will buy the phone sometimes? The kiosk dealer who do repairing one. Buy my new phone, swap the motherboard, check the money, charge the customer, give a replacement, and come to claim say that we give them a faulty phone. Wow, you steal my thing, someone to do this. This is a classic case. So what you need to do if you're in Lazada case, you need to dispute with them because we only sell brand new products. They have this policy, they already buffer certain budget. You stand firm, no, I give you brand new product, I ship everything, right? You will give a PO, they will take it back. But you need to go through the process. The problem is a lot of sellers are not ISO. Maybe the English not so good, they don't bother to follow up, and then you're always at the rugi side. That is the case, but you need to follow very closely until you get it. Okay? They also have a trick asking you, I pay you 50%, you don't ship it back. 50% also your margin not enough to cover 60%, but try to stay firm all the way and give you 100% my tips to you. So they will maybe take 2 months, but you still need to do it because that's one of the platform. The rest of the platform like 11th Street, Shopee, and those things, Leilong, is because you deal with the customer. That one is very personal. You have the right to accept or not to accept. Unless they complain big time to 11th Street or Shopee, they may be the mediator. But reality is you're not, if you are a quality seller, you're not out there to cheat people. Trust me, the one that doing the wrong thing, their evil is with them. If you stay firm, be professional, you'll win the battle in customer service. Right? Sometimes when it's too small the cost, I will let them go. But it's too big the cost, not worth to fight the battle because of principle, you stand firm on the decision, but you need to make a value of a customer. You know who is cheating you or not cheating. You know your product well. Right? Sometimes the only grey area is that I'm not sure it's a courier company fault or in between your free gift is being stolen by maybe in the intermediary. Those things is a grey area, so you have to make some calculated risk. When you make that risk, don't feel so bad. Let me explain to you why as online seller don't feel so bad. Because you don't have rental, you save on no rental cost already. This is pure fridge. You open shop also, people come and steal already, you cannot sell. So now you don't have rental, you save your rental, you give to this type of people to help you promote your brand online. So you need to think like that mentality, then you're okay. Make sense? So with that, I think I will stop here for a while. I'm going to pass the mic to Melissa to share with us more about email marketing and so on. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time. So I am Melissa and I'm from a company called Get Response. We're a Polish company who just opened our Malaysian branch last year. And what we do primarily is email marketing and marketing automation. So we basically, if you already have a database that you want to engage with further, you can't email them through Gmail or Outlook or Thunderbird or any of these tools, right? And I'll explain why more later. But first, so you have a database of subscribers, now what? So if you have an e-commerce store already, whether it's 1,000 customers, sorry, hold on. So you have a database of subscribers, now what? Help.
The last 100%, right? Yeah.
going back to that, okay, yeah, great. So do you have permission to contact these people? So what happens is that a lot of times in Malaysia, and these could be very big brands, not just small brands, we get customers come up to us and tell us, hey, we have a database of 100,000 people, 100,000 email addresses that we found from another company or that we bought online or that we managed to scrape from the internet. And we really do not recommend contacting people who do not wish to be contacted, and otherwise it's called unsolicited emails. Because a lot of people say email marketing is dead. Who checks emails nowadays, right? But what we consider is that unsolicited emails and mass emails to people you don't know, that is dead. But if you're sending targeted, relevant content to people who want to receive your emails, that's a different story altogether. Okay, so an average customer journey, right? How I look at it is I divide it into 4 parts. When a customer starts to get aware of your product, so that's when you start to reach the customer. And there's a lot of different ways that you can reach people nowadays, whether it's offline or online. So for example, here we talk about television, radio, print, events, display, your Facebook ads, your Google ads, whatever way it is that someone manages to find out about your brand. After they've more or less known what your product is about, then they take the decision whether they want to act or not, right? And then again, in the act stage of the process, there's so many different things you can do to get someone to act, right? So for example, they might have seen you at an event, and they visited your website, and then your website has planted cookies on their browser, and now they see your remarketing or your retargeting ads on Facebook, right? All very feasible now. For example, if you go to Zalora, you see a dress that you like, you add it to your cart, soon the dress will follow you, right? Across Facebook, will follow you across different websites as well. So how do you get people to go to that stage, right? Because once you have gotten them to act, so for example, maybe it would be to visit my website, right? How do you get them to convert? Because that's what we all want. We want conversions. Conversions means sales, purchases, downloads. It depends on what the nature of your business is. But again, there's so many different touch points to get someone to convert. And finally, of course, in the most ideal situation, you want this customer to be engaged. You want them to start advocating your brand. You want them to share, and you want them to tell their friends. You want them to increase their basket size and come back for more. But if you look at this entire cycle, what my point here is there's so many different ways that you can touch these people. There's so many different avenues, so many different platforms that you can engage them. It's not feasible for, say, a small business, especially if you're a one-man show e-commerce website, it's not feasible for you to do everything. So what are the tools available to help you out? So starting first, going on a more high level, I wanted to talk a little bit about email marketing, because what I believe is that email marketing is a very scalable way of promoting your business, right? You can write one email and you can send it out to 1 million people straight away in 5 minutes, compared to, say, distributing 1 million flyers, okay? So I'm going to go through now what are the 6 most important elements of a successful email message. Because if you already have a database of subscribers, you should put some thought into how you're communicating with them so you get maximum results. So number 1 is the sender or the from field. And this is the first thing people see when they open their email inbox. And if you subscribe to a few emails, you'll know that Zalora uses Zalora, Fave uses Fave by Groupon. Some people use a persona, like iMoney uses Iris. So Iris from iMoney. Last time KFit, back then they used Kate at KFit. So the theory behind that is that sometimes a more personalized touch will increase your open rates. But again, it doesn't work that way for all businesses. This is something you should A/B test. And you can do so on tools like MailChimp, GetResponse, to A/B test different senders. The other thing that you need to remember is that you should ask your subscribers to add your email address to their address book. It's a very simple step, but it's something that a lot of people don't do. And then they ask, why are they in the promotions tab, or why are they not in the inbox, why are they in the spam folder? Even when we see in our own campaigns as well, we just include a reminder to say, hey, if you really like receiving these emails or you really enjoy them, then make sure you add this to your address book so you don't miss out on anything. So 43% of email recipients click the spam button based on the email from name or email address. So be careful with what you're putting there as well. Try and come up with something compelling, something a little bit more personal, and something that's relevant to your business. For example, if you are not Zalora, don't use Zalora. If you're not Groupon, don't use Groupon. But try and come up with something a little bit more relevant and targeted. The second thing that's very important is the subject line. And this is a question we get a lot as well. How do you write a good subject line? Or what constitutes a good subject line? So I actually put a screenshot of my inbox over here. So for example, right, if you look at the last one here, e-commerce Milo, have you overlooked email? Like this to me, it's not compelling, right? Because you have to remember that on mobile, your subject line is truncated. So if you have a very long subject line, this is what's going to happen, it's cut off. So we always tell people, if you're going to put a compelling offer, you're going to be very engaging, put your 50% off first, right? Don't say, have you overlooked email, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not interested in this. But if you put something like this by Uber, you don't want to miss this, then I'm like, okay, what is this about? And then, of course, the pre-hidden text here says free rides for everyone. So obviously I'm going to click this, right, because I want free rides from Uber. But the rest all, maybe not so much, it's time to celebrate, okay, yeah, I know fire station is open, but this is a super compelling email subject line that I really want to read more about. So that's what I was talking about as well, the pre-header. And this is something a lot of companies forget, because this is Gmail, for example. Gmail actually pulls the first line of text in your email message and puts it here. So for example, if you use the standard header, pre-header, it's going to show, read this email online if it doesn't display on your browser, blah, blah, blah. But it's a waste of real estate because this is the first thing your subscriber's going to see. So something like what Uber did, that says free rides for everyone, it sells the email, it makes it a lot more attractive for me to open. The others, maybe Book Talk, September newsletter, okay, great, it's a newsletter, but it still doesn't compel me to open. The fourth thing is the header, and the header of the email is the first portion that you see, right? And a lot of people use images for this, right? If you open the email, the first thing you see is a big image, which is great, it's attractive. Some people use animation, so GIFs and stuff. But sometimes what we also see is that the image is too big, that you have to scroll down before you see the message. So for example, the image on the left, you make sure that the call to action or whatever you're trying to say is right on top, so that someone doesn't have to scroll down on their mobile phone to read what the message is. The other thing about this is that if your header image is too big, it might not load on mobile devices, right? It's low data, whatever it is. And a lot of companies forget that you can put alt text, right? So ALT text in their plain text format of your newsletter. And what alt text does is that it shows what the image would say otherwise if it doesn't load. So if the image doesn't load, it might say winter sun holiday, inclusive exotic holidays. So that's another way to get around slow data connections. And also because this header image will show up in a preview pane. So for those of you who use Microsoft Outlook, the preview pane is the right-hand side where it actually shows you the email message. Or Gmail has this as well. And 84% of people aged 18 to 34 actually use an email preview pane of some sort. So you need to be compelling upfront, but you also have to remember that you don't want to make it too big so that you kind of truncate your own message. Okay, so sorry, the header has gone down here, but the fifth element is the body of the message, which of course is very, very important. And another thing we always tell our clients is that every single email you send must have a call to action. It must have a strong call to action. What do you want out from sending this email? If you want people to go to your website, then put a link to your website or more. So the last one that a lot of people miss out as well is the footer of an email. So the footer is that last bit where you normally have your postal address, your unsubscribe link, and your social media buttons. I've come across a customer on GetResponse recently who had an unsubscribe link. So they click here to unsubscribe. What they did was they made the word here white color. So it faded into the background. So all you can see is click to unsubscribe, but you can't see where to click, right? Which is, it's a very clever thing to do, but we also always tell people that if people don't want to be on your mailing list, don't make it difficult for them to leave. Because if you make it difficult for them to leave, they're just going to report you as spam. And then your future emails are going to end up in a spam folder because of Gmail's algorithm. So if someone wants to leave, means they're not interested, let them go, right? There'll be new people that come in along the way. We also have a customer in Malaysia who has a huge database of millions and millions of subscribers. But when we drilled down, the reality of it was that only 1% have opened an email in the last 6 months. So there's no point having a database of 10 million subscribers when seriously only 1% of that has opened one email in 6 months. So what happens to the other 99%? Right? You can park them aside, do a reactivation campaign and so on, but you shouldn't be emailing them consistently over and over again, because again, this affects your spam score with the email providers. So the more inactive your database is, the more likelihood you are to end up in a spam folder as well, because Gmail thinks that you're sending irrelevant content. So going on to lead nurturing, right? So just now we spoke about 6 elements in a successful email message. That's great. But what about different emails that we can use to nurture leads? Or what about what type of email should we be sending our customers? Or what type of email should we be sending our prospects now that we have their contact details? So number 1 is a welcome email, so you write down there. And this is very not everyone does it, which is quite surprising as well, right? If someone has subscribed to your mailing list, you want to send them a welcome email because you can, and it's a very easy thing to do. And please note that nowadays with the tools available, it's super easy to automate this. So you don't have to do it every day, right? You don't have to every day say, oh, okay, I got these 20 new people, let me email them now. And then tomorrow I got 20 new people, I'll email them then. You don't have to do it manually. You can automate it to say, if someone joins my mailing list, then send them a welcome email. And it could be part of the series of emails as well. So for example, on day 1, you could say, hey, welcome to my mailing list, thanks for joining. Day 3, you could be, oh, have you checked out these categories of products that I'm selling? Day 5 could be, okay, these are the best-selling products on my website. And then maybe day 7 could be, hey, here's a promo code for you to get 10% off. Right? All this is automated in autoresponders and drip campaigns. You don't have to manually do it. If you want to know more details as to how to do it, you can go to our website and check it out. But what your welcome series should be doing is you should be guiding your customers through your product, what problems your products are going to solve, or what problems your website is going to solve, what benefits it will bring. And of course, it's always great if you have social proof, especially for B2B businesses, if you can feature other customers who are doing well using your product as well. So this is an example from Heels. The number 2, it's down here again, is to create a top-of-mind campaign. So the second email you should be sending is a top-of-mind campaign. And what this means is that you are actually creating a reminder for people who have not opened an email in a while. So I'm just going to go up here. So see, it's relevant for readers who aren't new but still haven't made the decision to purchase. So maybe they signed up for your mailing list 6 months ago, but they still haven't bought anything from your website. But they're still subscribed, they're still opening your emails. So what do you do with them, right? You don't want to forget them altogether because they are engaged. It's just maybe for some reason or the other they haven't found anything that interested them. So this is something American Giants did, and the purpose behind it is to keep you on top of your readers' minds. So you can create a series of emails that provide valuable content to people. For example, if you're selling women's fashion, right? Maybe you could create a series of articles that goes out to your subscribers that's not very salesy, but maybe more on best collections this Raya season, or what to wear for Christmas parties. Something seasonal or something that's tactical could work as well. Number 3 would be to consider who your users are. So you really need to know who you are speaking to at all times. And sometimes there's a big mismatch because, for example, if you sign up for some big company's newsletters and you're a guy and they know you're a guy, but they're sending you beauty deals, they're sending you facials, manicures, pedicures, and so on. And what happens then is that you become disengaged with the content and therefore you're more likely to unsubscribe. So it's not always about automating a one-size-fits-all email for everyone. You need to know what are people interested in, what motivates them, and basically what would make them purchase or what would make them interested in you. Start small tests and see if it gets you higher conversion. So in this example here, it's a one-size-fits-all email, but at least it segments holiday, his and hers. So on the left is hers, on the right is his. Right? But what you can do if you want to take things a step further is if you know the gender of your customers already in your CRM and it's already linked to a tool like GetResponse, you can say, okay, if this person is female, then only send them this series of newsletters. If this customer is male, then only send them this series of newsletters. And these are all automated, so every time someone new joins in, whether they're female or male, they fit into the different buckets. So this one, tagging and lead scoring is actually a factor of marketing automation. It's a little bit more, I wouldn't say it's currently very used very often in Malaysia, but it's a very powerful tool that once you understand it, you can actually build very complex loyalty programs with this. So I'll try my best to explain a bit of the formatting. It's gone a bit weird. So what you can do here is you can assign a tag or score for customer characteristics and actions. What this means is that you can say, for example, if someone opens an email, then give them 5 points. If someone has made a purchase, then give them 15 points. If someone has not opened an email, minus 10 points. If someone has not made a purchase in 6 months, minus 20 points. Okay, you can predefine this list of scoring that you want to do. And this is an example of how it looks on GetResponse themselves, on GetResponse. What this gives you is it gives you the power to make data-driven decisions about how to approach your audience. What you can do later on then is perhaps, okay, I have this database of customers. For everyone who has more than 100 points, send them a 20% off promo code, right? If someone has less than 50 points, maybe I don't want to send them anything. So this is creating your own loyalty program that's based on their actions and their decisions. So you can decide what content to serve them and when and how to contact them. So number 5 in the whole lead nurturing process would be about how do you reactivate dormant subscribers. So these are your subscribers who haven't done anything. They're on your mailing list, but they're dormant, they're inactive, they're basically taking up space. So dormant subscribers stay on your list, but they don't engage with your communications. What this does is add cost to your email marketing program, right? Because whether it's a MailChimp, whether it's GetResponse, whether it's ActiveCampaign, they charge based on the number of subscribers you have. So if you have 100,000 subscribers, and 10,000 are inactive, they're actually taking up space or they're taking up additional costs. So inactive subscribers don't open your messages, but they affect your deliverability, and this is what I shared about just now as well. It's something that's quite new to me. I just discovered this when I was doing these slides, that if you email a database that's inactive, your deliverability will go down, which means you are most likely to end up in spam if you keep doing it. Right? So that's why we're trying to advise our customers that just because you have a database of 10 million doesn't mean that all of them are active. So this is an example here of a reactivation email. We haven't seen you in a while, and then normally you give a promo code. Zalora and Lazada do this a lot as well. Melissa, we haven't seen you in 3 months. Here's an 18% off promo code. Something very easy to do in your marketing automation workflow here. What you could do is you could say someone has subscribed via the form, send them a welcome message. Did they make any purchase? If they made a purchase, then do this. If they did not make a purchase, then do that. So you can program your own automation flows as and how you want on your response. So for example, you can program that, okay, if someone has not made a purchase in 3 months, then send them this reactivation email automatically. So you don't have to worry that, this week, okay, have I sent a reactivation email this month? Have I sent it last week? Have I sent it this week? You don't have to worry, because once you program these go live and they continuously go throughout until you pause them. Hello. Alright, so all this is made possible with marketing automation, right? And what is marketing automation all about? Because this is a buzzword, and these are what a lot of our customers come to us for right now. Next slide. Okay. So what marketing automation does is it makes personalization scalable. This is an example of how marketing automation is used. A customer browses the shoes category of an e-commerce website. So this person's browsing shoes. The customer automatically gets tagged as shoes in a marketing automation workflow, and then the customer receives personalized communications regarding shoes. Right? So this is an example of automation making their decision, their actions, the personalization scalable. So browses shoes, gets tagged as shoes, receives communications on shoes. All automatically, nothing manual. Another example of marketing automation is being able to personalize your emails based on geolocation. Right? So this is an example on the left. What you can do is if you already have a database of subscribers and you know their IP address, you'll be able to pull where they are located currently or where they are located when they signed up. So maybe instead of sending an email that says, consumers around the globe believe in this, you can send an email that says, consumers in Malaysia believe in so and so. Okay, yeah. So you can send an email that says consumers in Malaysia believe in this. And you don't have to go and create like 100 different emails for 100 different countries one by one. The whole Malaysia field here, this bit highlighted in yellow, this is automatically pulled with personalization and marketing automation. So if a person's in Singapore, it'll automatically say Singapore. If it's Malaysia, Malaysia. If it's Hong Kong, it's Hong Kong. So identifying the location in the body of the email, yeah, it's a great way to use geography as a personalization tool, and this can be automatically generated via automation. So this is something that I was talking about earlier just now in your welcome series. So if you look at this calendar here, it starts from day 0, day 3, 5, and 8. So day 0 is obviously the first day your subscriber joins your mailing list. So you can send them a welcome email on day 0. 3 days later, you can send them something else automatically. 5 days later, you can send them something else. 8 days later, you can send them something else. And it really depends. For example, if I join your mailing list today, I'll be on day 0 today. If someone else joined your mailing list 3 days ago, he'll be on day 3 today. So it's different depending on the cohorts. So what you can do with automation is you can personalize your email based on the time they have spent in your database. For example, new subscribers can receive a pre-planned email 2 weeks after subscribing. And the content could be something like, "Hey Melissa, we're glad you signed up for our e-newsletter a few weeks ago. It's amazing how 2 weeks can fly by, right?" So you don't have to create multiple emails with 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. That whole 2 weeks bit here, this time, is automatically pulled via marketing automation. So you don't have to manually do it yourself. And the final example, which is super relevant to us in Malaysia with different languages, is personalization based on language. So you're able to target different subscribers based on their language preference. Whether they want to receive emails in Malay, English, or Mandarin, you can send them communications in their preferred language only. And how this works is if you're synced with your CRM, you can create one email and use marketing automation and dynamic content to pull data from your CRM and deliver the message accordingly. So what happens then is I create maybe just one email like this. I create 3 different versions and I just send it out. What GetResponse can do is it'll talk to your CRM to say, okay, this email is going to go to Melissa. What's her language preference? CRM system is going to say, Melissa wants to receive emails in Malay. Boom, automatically the email goes out to me in Malay. So you don't have to manually segment your database and do this. These are all easily done with just a one-click button on GetResponse or most other tools as well. So this just makes things a lot more scalable because like I mentioned earlier, as a one-man show or as a small team or even as a business owner, you don't have time to manually do all these things every single day. Next. Okay, so yeah, in a nutshell, that's a very brief overview on what we believe email marketing should be and what we think marketing automation will take place more this year, especially in Malaysia. Like I mentioned, we do have quite a number of clients here. Marketing automation is very, very new, but we're seeing more and more demand as we go along, especially this year. So I can address any questions you may have right now, because that's probably time better spent. So if you have any questions at all? Okay, well, if you want to ask us any questions, my team has a booth outside. They are more than qualified to answer your questions about how GetResponse works, what email marketing is, what marketing automation is, and how to apply it for your relevant business. So you can go speak to them individually as well. Okay? All right, thank you everyone. Thanks for taking the time again.
Yeah, next speaker, I would like to Shadi is going to share with us about the chat. We talked about a lot of live chat just now, a lot of video, a lot of content asking about chat. So I'm going to ask the expert to share with us about chat, right?
Yeah, please check us. Okay, so how's everyone feeling today? Okay, I'm both excited and also challenged. I'm excited to share back to all you guys, but I'm challenged because I'm the last speaker. Usually the last speaker, you guys are bombarded with informations and also all this good sharing by Sunny and also Melissa that you guys are now tired. So can we just do a very simple exercise? Can you guys stand up? Come on, let's come with me. You guys stand up. Go to your right of your side and say, hi, you're awesome and great. You're awesome. Hi, you're awesome and great. Come on, do it. To left and right. Hi, you're awesome and great. Alright, so let's get that body and blood all moving. Let's wake up. So, are you guys here with me? Yes. Again, are you guys here with me? Yes. Awesome. Alright, so please have a seat. And we'll go through quickly, briefly on our slide. So, today I'll be covering on how to improve your customer experience through chat. I think Sunny has shared with us a lot about live chat and whatnot. Sorry, there's some technical issues. So hold on, yeah. Usually during presentations this happens. So while we're waiting, can I know a show of hands? How many of you guys use chat? How many of you guys, okay, let me rephrase that. How many of you guys use WhatsApp? Can I see a hands, show of hands? How many of you guys use two chat applications? WhatsApp, WeChat, Line. How many of you guys? So, you see, okay, excellent. Okay, so now, just to clarify, when I say chat, I mean live chat, I mean chat messaging platforms. Okay, so there is a blur in the line when you define chat, it's whether it's on the web or in your mobile phones, things are getting blurrier and blurrier. So your providers out there are giving you more integrated systems that will give you both appearance in both platforms. So just to give a brief introduction of myself, I've been in sales for 12 years, and my role in brand chat is basically to grow more our customer base and also to come up with new revenue streams and also partnerships. Alright, so this slide, okay, brand chat is a chat messaging platform that is available both on mobile and the web. Okay, cool thing how we came up with this solution was actually one of our co-founders had a very bad experience with his credit card provider. And I'm sure most of you guys can relate, when you call your banks, it's just a long wait. Yes? You know, can I see a show of hands who agrees here? You know, a lot of people, that's now, and I think most of you can agree that customer service is just a long wait. What's wrong? You know? Why? With technologies, we should be moving faster, we should be achieving more things, but that's the reality of what is things right now. So my CEO and also the co-founder, he saw this scenario and said, you know what, let's do something about this, right? So after doing research and everything, we came up with brand chat, as the name implies, right? It's to connect people with their favorite brands. We, just to make it more easier to understand, we are similar to your WhatsApps and also your live chats. However, we are more optimized for business communication. We provide real-time analytics behind for you to actually see your customers' interaction with you and make more informed decisions, right? So I'll be covering this couple of topics: why customer experience is important, why chat is important, benefits of chat and who can use it from the business perspective, all right? And how to adopt a successful chat strategy, all right? So why is customer experience important, all right? By definition, customer experience means the sum of all interactions a customer has with a brand. This is including customer service, all right? So the three elements in customer experience is the effectiveness of the experience, how customers feel from discovery right up to using your product, all right? The ease of the experience interacting with customers. How easy is it to interact with you? How easy it is to get in touch with your the brand, and so forth. And the most important, that we believe that emotional experience actually strengthens your brand loyalty. And as we all know, a loyal customer is anybody?
Happy customer.
A lifetime customer. Not close. Alright? So I think in the small business environments, we have a privilege to have a very personal relationship with our customers. We create that bond with them, and the thing about it is more and more customers are going online and into mobile to do research and complete purchases. And that experience and that relationship is missing. So how can we replicate that into your digital fronts? So we believe you can do that with chat. Alright? So why is chat important? I'm going to show you some stats on global usage and whatnot. So here, it actually shows you that people using messaging applications or chat is higher than social media. I spend an average of 2 hours on chat messaging applications. Alright? A lot of people here nowadays are moving more and more. The first thing they do, they don't see social media anymore. They see, hey, did my friend send me my message, or in my group chat, did they reply to me or whatnot. So this is an experience, and also it's something customers are really preferring as their main communication channel. you see more stats here. 6 out of 10 most used applications globally are messaging applications. Out of 27 million internet users in Malaysia, 77% are using chat messaging applications. That is almost more than 20 million users. Alright? And this figure is a bit old. I think based on the April charts, it has hit more than 1 billion monthly app usage for chat applications. That's how much people are using applications. Why people are using chat applications? Because it's easy, it's personal, it's fast, and when you send a messaging app or a message, you can put down your phone and get back to your life. So it's an experience where all of us are coming into familiar with and prefer, and businesses should leverage on this experience to connect to the users. It only makes sense, right? So, benefits of chat and who can use chat. So this is from the brand perspective, alright? So, first of all, it's increase of customer satisfaction. I think Mr. Sunny shared a chart just now to show that live chat has the highest customer satisfaction level with more than our emails and also phones, alright? You increase loyalty. So 63% customers are more likely to return to a website that has live chat, right? Because they feel that they have the support they needed, or when they're doing their research, when they're doing their purchases, there's a support for them to be helping them throughout this course of action. And of course, in any small businesses, cost is very important to us, right? So you lower your cost per customer served, meaning that I'm pretty sure that most of you guys can talk to 4 friends at one time. You message this guy, then you reply, you message the other guy, then you emoticon the other guy, and then you clap hands on the other guy. Same thing here. If by training your employees and or yourself, you can actually serve up to 5 customers at one time. That is productivity, people. Okay, so another thing, according to the internetretail.com, adding a chat in a website actually increases your sales by 20 to 25% average. That's something huge. Alright? And the most important thing that's related to the topic of CRM and customer service is valuable customer data. We live in an era where data is the most important commodity right now. It's more important than oil. Having valuable insights, having that analytics behind how customers are interacting with you, their sentiments, their personas, all are important for you guys to make informed decisions on how you're going to approach marketing, or how you're going to reward customers to make them feel more appreciated, more confident of your brand. Sorry. So this is just a few examples of which businesses can employ chat. Of course, there are more, but for the purposes of this presentation, I'm just going to cover a few. So restaurants, for example, if you run a small restaurant and you have an online website, right? So you can offer the consultation for customers to ask you whether is your restaurant kids friendly, or is it halal, or what can I book or do a venue there? Can I do a birthday party? You help customers come up with informed decisions before they come there, which increases their customer satisfaction. I'll share another one, which is one of our clients, which is a hotel. They were in a very unique scenario where they wanted to increase sales through their website. Usually, most hotels, they engage with OTAs, online travel agencies. These are your booking.coms, Trivagos and whatnot. But they were saying that we have to pay commission to them, and our website is there. How can we drive conversion or drive sales through our website? So after doing requirement study and everything, we developed an application and solution for them. And now we're happy to say they have increased sales by 6% in the last 42 days. That's something huge, right? Just by answering questions, giving the customer what they want, engaging with them in a channel where they're already familiar with, and they've increased that. Another one, a good example would be education. We worked with a local education recently, and they have become one of the first education sectors to run a chatbot in Malaysia. right? And they had a unique problem as well. They wanted to actually bridge the communication between students and also the administrations. You know, they have foreign students who had problems with visa and whatnot, and they didn't have a proper channel. And using chat, they have increased engagement with their student services. Students now are engaging more with the colleges, and even they are using it now as a marketing tool to get live feedback from prospective students, right? So this is just a few examples, and of course with any technology you need to have a proper strategy in adopting it. Like Sunny said just now, if you don't have proper trained personnel or a proper knowledge base, you know, it's going to create frustration. In any customer service or any channel, if you don't have a proper strategy, you will fail. It's like gravity, you will fail. Alright? Alright, so the first thing first is define your chat objectives. What do you want to do? Is this a tech support? Or is this going to be to increase sales through your e-stores? Or is this just for warranty purposes? You need to define clearly what your objective, and the rest will fall in place. So plan your resources. Okay, most small businesses are lack of manpower. We not lack, I would say, sorry. We run a lean team. Okay, you know, everybody does everything and whatnot. So you want to plan your resources properly to again add on to what Sunny said. The response time you take to respond to queries in chat. Alright? Usually we advise people to get back within 6 hours to give them an answer first. So for example, your customer says, hi, I need information on this. Your next response should be as immediate as possible to tell them, hi, we've received your question, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Because this is in a chat environment, they will always have a notification once you reply to them. So that's the cool thing about chat, because you send a message, you go do your things, then when that guy replies, you get a notification. Then you get back and you engage back into that experience again and say, oh, okay, this thing, yes, okay, thank you. Then you send back again, and he gets a notification and telling him, okay, this is what to do. So it's a real-time, non-real-time, real-time, non-real-time experience. Okay, so is it proactive or not? Okay, for this is very important for all you online retailers and e-commerce or your own e-sites, right? You will have a checkout process, right? So we noticed that the two main reasons why people drop out from your checkout is lack of information on your product, and second, maybe the checkout process encountered a problem or it's complicated. So these are the two main reasons. Having a proactive chat actually enables you to see where they are on your website. For example, if you see the customer on your pricing site or certain checkout point and they are lingering there for about 5 minutes, you can actually engage the system and say, pop a notification to them and say, hey, we noticed you are here. Do you have any problems checking out? What do you need? Do you need more information? And then you can engage in a real-time conversation with them where you can actually even upsell. Say, hey, you know, since you're buying this, would you like to see this? And we give you as a discount. You know? So again, you're giving them that little nudge and that little information to make that next decision. If they encountered a problem on your checkout, however, you can even help them say, okay, maybe your credit card number is wrong, we do this, and then they can proceed to making the purchase. Okay, does it allow integration to third-party software? So this is a very important one. Like Sunny said, you can use your Excel as your database, you can use other CRMs, there's a lot of freemiums out there and whatnot. Again, align it to your objectives and make sure it can integrate back to all these systems. Because at the end of the day, we are moving into a multi-channel, omni-channel experience. Imagine this, if a customer who had bought a laptop from you 3 months ago, and he came there and then he engages on the chat, and you validate him, are you a customer, yes or no, get their phone number, and then the system actually gives you the information that, oh, this guy is Mr. Bala, he's bought a computer 3 months ago, and other information. So now, you are in a position where you know this guy has bought this laptop, this accessory is for that laptop. So you can actually give proper recommendation and say, you know what, you bought a Sony Vaio, you're buying this battery is an HP one. Let me help you here. Why don't I get you a proper one? Again, it improves the experience they have and creates brand loyalty. Alright? And find a solution that provides analytics suitable for your business needs. Again, this goes back to your objective. There's a lot of softwares out there and chat providers out there that provide you with analytics. You need to work with them and iron out what is the analytics you need. Because at the end of the day, all this information will help you make and bring your business to the next level. Alright? And the second but the last one, but the most important one is it compatible with mobile devices? I think most of us know that now the landscape of doing business is different. Everybody is checking your website, doing research on their mobile devices. Right? You want an application that is compatible, the experience is similar to what you already have, you know, so you can replicate that experience and have a personal touch with your customers. Right? So, I'll be ending this sharing session with the future and chat experience. How many of y'all have heard of chatbots? Anybody? Only Mr. Sunny? Okay, chatbots. So chatbots is something interesting, okay? It's a service or a task, an automated task, okay? That is either run by rules or AI, artificial intelligence, in a chat interface for your customers to interact. I'll give you an example. This is a chatbot on Facebook Messenger. The chatbots can run on most chat messaging platforms, right? I'm picking Facebook because Facebook is one of the most popular chatbot development platform and also has the most chatbots, around 30,000 chatbots. Okay, so chatbots are basically what happens here is KLM is a Dutch airline company. They allow their customers to communicate through Facebook Messenger, which is a chat messaging application, to actually check on their status of their flight. Checks even up to changing their flights. Okay, and this is not meant by anybody. It's a program. It's a robot. You're practically talking to a system, and the system is replying to you there. All right. How this can? Another example I show you is for Segi Subang. They wanted to run a campaign that actually gets and also rewards students for giving them feedback and bring them to their open day session. Right? So here the chatbot actually asks them, what's your name? Are you a SPM leaver? And it's cool because it changes his dialect and say selamat petang and whatnot. And then he asks them, what are you interested in studying? At the end of the day, study the profile of that student. So you see how powerful this is. You know, this system or chatbots basically can be customized to whatever you need. Of course, to a certain extent. But yeah. Another good example for chatbots is Pizza Hut. They ran a campaign in Facebook where they allowed Facebook users to actually order pizza through the chat. So again, why are they doing this? Why are people all this? Like I showed you in all the slides before, people are spending more and more time on chat, in chat messaging platforms, on chat live chats and whatnot. The experience is something we have come to be very familiar with, and we expect most of our brands to give us the same experience. It doesn't make sense if I can talk to my friend like this, why I have to talk to my brand like that? You know? So replicate that and make it into one I would say wow experience, like Mr. Sunny said, and then you can win your customers. So this one, I'm not going to cover that much. I'm running out of time. We want to do a Q&A. But this is just basically, just to sum up the benefits of chatbots. 24/7 availability, high customized, and affordable and powerful. When I say affordable and powerful, it's really affordable and powerful. Right? Well, it depends. Just to cover Mr. Sunny, it can range you from 2,005 up to 15,000 ringgit.
For you count by user session or you count by?
Okay. No, this is only for the chatbot development. If you're talking about the whole platform, talk about brand check. I don't know what it is. But brand check, there is a freemium model where there's only for 1 agent, where we give our users to actually try it out. And we have an accelerator package ranging from $69.90 per month up to a custom package, which is the high-end stuff, $2,000 a month. So it's affordable. You can use it as when you go as a pay per use kind of model and whatnot. Right? So thank you so much again. Hope you guys sharing. Is there any questions? Any questions before we I know we are all hungry and we want to go eat the cool refreshments. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Only English version or any Malay? Because Malaysia is multiracial.
Yes.
So is there any Chinese or Chinese version?
Yes. Yes, it's available on Chinese, Malay, and also English. Okay. Any other questions? Ready? Nobody? Sorry, I got no free gift. Okay, I'll pass the floor back to Mr. Sunny. And thank you so much.
Thanks. Before this is not the end yet. I want to find out any last question for the 3 speakers before we hand over to the marketing session. There's a networking marketing session. Any other last questions? Yes, the free gift can be for anybody. I don't want to take my free gift back. There's some nice Sandisk cable organizer, 2 more books. Any questions? I'm sure it's not for the free gift, right? Any more questions for any of 3 of us here today? You can ask me anything. Yes.
Just a quick one. How do you get them to write reviews?
How do you get them to write reviews?
Yeah.
On your own in-store or
We
your...
are currently selling on eBay and Amazon. So
Okay.
how do you get them to write reviews for you?
Okay.
Without violating anything?
I do not have experience in eBay and Amazon. I want to first qualify that. But my guess is that if I'm doing it, I will do the same thing like what I did the thank you notes. Right? Everything that's shipped out from our warehouse, we have the thank you notes. And sometimes you can customize your thank you note. Sorry? It doesn't work? You try? Okay. Okay. Your customers is foreigner in foreign country. Okay, then you need to understand the culture of the foreign country. Right? My guess is that we cannot expect the people who live in a Western country to be so nice sometimes. I use the word. They have different culture. So you may want to you need to find what is a wow effect of making them wow. The last part of the customer service. Right? And maybe you have to learn from next time for some US speaker or US sellers. You have to ask from them because I don't think I'm qualified to that. Right? Thank you. I'm sorry. Thanks. Any more questions? Yes.
This is for Sunny for your service, right? Before that, I noticed there's one company called Great Event in
Yes.
Singapore.
Yes.
Is there any sister company?
No, not related. I know that the guy is successful selling a lot of talks. Vivid, yes, I've been to one of his events. Not related. He's not related.
Alright, so you are, also in Singapore?
Yes, we are in Singapore. We have a regional partner out there, but we are all from an IT background. Nothing to do with the event.
So for your service that you provide,
Yes.
so you mentioned is more on position yourself as what we call the technology base.
Today, actually, we already have most of the brand store coming from IT background. It's because that we are also the offline player. Just for information, we own a lot of Apple Store, a lot of Dell Store, MSI Store, all the brand you need, we have it already in the offline world. So online is just an extension for group business. Otherwise, yeah, that's in Malaysia. But in other part of the world, like Singapore and the rest of the world, in IT, because we also have a regional presence in some of the brand distribution that we're already doing. So it's overnight we have access to the brand. So the brand need to go online. So we are like an agent for them to sell online. We can call it a e-tailer or e-distributor. That's how we position ourselves. what I mentioned by agency is that should a brand, let's say a Malaysian brand or popular brand, want to go out and put online, and you know it's not easy today to do, you can be very big brand. I can tell you I came from big brand. Big brand got one problem, right? Any brand you go today, it's not easy to find the online savvy people today to do the e-commerce business. Even though you find online, you are 1 or 2% compared to the 99% of the business, they are a small in the whole ecosystem, and they feel very small, and myself they outsource this thing and let it run outside to be effective. The other challenge for e-commerce in the hybrid model is that when you're too successful in offline, the leadership or some of the old hats ecosystem people do not want to change to move the reader. It's very difficult to be successful to move online. So you have to wait for them to wake up, it's a bit too long. So that's why a lot of people spin off to do offline separately, or they outsource to people like us. Many of the successful brands are jumping in. I can tell you, I know a lot of leaders in the region, they are asked to do online, but they don't know how to do online. So they outsource this business out to companies like us.
Because from your listing here, I can see some foreign branded things, right?
Yes.
And you are here actually, we're helping promoting Malaysian homemade.
Okay, the position is that for now our focus is international brand for now. Like even look at the cosmetic, we go for the most luxurious premium brand, the number one. In fact, every brand store we manage is the number one in the respective category. The Fitbit, the Acer, the number one in mouse keyboard, the number one in activity tracker, the number one in SanDisk, Western, the number one in hard disk. So we are number one, we take the number one first. But the next we will go is that the local brand is coming, not yet launched, but we have the capability to do it because you know why? SITEC is coming. I cannot take those number one brand to sell to outside Malaysia. All the brands will not like because of territory control. But we know we have the expertise to ship outside. Hopefully I will learn more about eBay and Amazon selling it. They approached me 1 year ago, but I did not join them because I don't think I'm covering the overseas market yet because I cannot cross territory selling a mouse outside because my contract says I cannot ship outside. I only can sell inside. But are we taking Malaysian brand outside? The answer is yes, coming. If there's a successful Malaysian brand, hopefully I can be the 37 million white coffee.
I will bring the service to some of my friends, but then as you say, there must be some criteria that need a certain.
Okay, I give you some hint, right? Recently a big successful car printing company talked to us. Right? They are Malaysian brand, popular, very big market, I don't mention who, but they are printing car industry. Right? They are also thinking of Malaysian brand, they're thinking of going online, going to try to sell even outside Malaysia. Right? So anything can sell. Things supposed to be go to tin shop and print those things and do those things, but people trying to sell online can be done on everything. How you think about doing the whole supply chain. So am I looking at Malaysian company, Malaysian brand? Yes. But it has to be branded because the team, the setup of company was, we have a lot of category management. It's almost like the brand manager, product manager setup concept. In the marketing support, so we need to have brand management expert.
So at this moment, your company is only on those IT-based and physical merchandising.
That's correct.
Any potentially diversified for services?
Example?
Like we are the new startup for travel.
Travel, okay. I just came back from Korea. I met one of the Korean conglomerate on travel, right? They asked me for the same thing, want to sell to this part of the world. Because, Korea, the answer is, my same answer to them is not in a short-term period, okay? A lot of people go to Korea to buy K-pop Korea trip, for example. So, answer is no. Okay. Not in Korea. Korea services, I would suggest that you should do it on your own platform right now. I call it a boutique store or your own e-store. Coming to platform to sell, coming to Lazada, all the platform to sell Korea packages, a little bit hard at this point of time. Because the product is not tangible. So I would say not too e-commerce friendly at this stage. But in your own platform, you can say so to, I think that type of product you need a follow-up call to close the sales. Not a one-time physical finished product. That's my view. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Any more last question? Yes.
Sorry. As for one, you know that computer products are very competitive in the market. And then if you go to online and offline, then the profit margin is very slim. So can you share with us some tips how to be survive in this market?
Okay. First of all, I decide Sharon in the room, which she are friend of me. Any more people from the same industry? I want to know from IT industry or hardware industry. Okay. To answer your question, one word: economy of scale. You need a volume, right? And to reference to you, sometimes we don't make money. Sometimes we don't, but you need to have a skill. You need to have a strong. Today, Lazada don't make money. 11th Street not yet making money. Leylong making money, but their type of thing is Shopee not yet making money. So online for a start, you cannot make money. So the mentality of business, if you're coming to this business to I want to make money from year 1 and year 2, you cannot. Alright? In our case of business, do we make money? Almost in year 1. I give you a hint, right? You all can buy in the books, right? Almost in year 1. Are we going to be making money? Yes and no, depending on how we do it, because we do a lot of forward investment to the trend. That's why I'm no secret. Came from IT, single digit margin with all the marketplace taken, with all the discount, it's still single digit net margin you make before OPEX. Very challenging. That's why I'm going into cosmetic. A double digit margin. So you need to, the answer to you in the business is you go, e-commerce can sell everything, but relying on just one category is very difficult. You need a portfolio. Even Lazada so big, multi-category, still cannot make money because of course they have a lot of people. We need a portfolio of product.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last question.
As Sunny mentioned that the supply chain is important. How you ensure that your back end, all fulfillment or the delivery, deliver to customer?
Deliver to customer or not? Another, I don't know. Okay. We have a few hundred orders a day. Okay, that's on a daily basis. And managing, I would say Malaysia, in my one of the units, about 17 stores. If you have experience in opening multiple seller marketplace, managing the store with a few hundred can be the same product, is a nightmare. Okay, that's our secret of managing it. My team spend average about 15 minutes or less in the morning to analyze the order, to decide, to make a decision what can ship, what cannot ship. And in most cases, 90% of what you buy in day 0 yesterday, we ship out in day 1, 5 o'clock today. Whether we have or we don't have the stock in our warehouse. That's our secret. It means you need to build a system to manage that. To consolidate the order, to analyze the order, to make sure your API linking to your supply chain, to your supplier, to the physical stock being delivered to you, to pack and to leave your warehouse in 5 o'clock every day. That is the secret of the supply chain. Yeah. See, I shared a lot today. Right, Sharon? Any more last question? If not, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sunny, and thank you to all the speakers. Before we end today's class, we actually have 2 marketing sharing sessions. I would like to invite Presta Shop to talk a bit about what they do.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Presta Shop. Before that, let me just introduce. I'll just briefly introduce myself. My name is Jaya. You can call me Jaya. Actually, I'm one of the users of this free e-commerce platform. I'm currently attached to a company called Holista Qualtech. It's a listed company in Australia. and they have a subsidiary that sells supplements. So we have been selling supplements for almost 20 years. And so when I was promoted to take over this company to build this business, then I took up the challenge to build the online aspect of this company. And then I was looking for a lot of e-commerce solutions, and I came across PrestaShop, and I became one of the users. And then later on, they actually appointed me to become an ambassador of PrestaShop, as an ambassador of Malaysia. So I'm here to share about PrestaShop. Yeah, so they appointed me, sorry about the slides just now. So they appointed me to become the ambassador of Malaysia and then to share about, and then to promote and then share the free solutions that they provide all over the world. Right? Now, PrestaShop. PrestaShop is like I mentioned just now, it's a free, completely free e-commerce platform, right? And it allows you, anyone. I mean, I come from a biotechnology industry. I don't have any IT knowledge. I built up my company website from scratch using their platform. So today, if you want to own your own website and you do not have much fun to develop your own website, you can basically use this and have your own website, completely customizable. That means you can do anything you want, almost anything, because it's a free open source e-commerce solution. Right? And their sole objective is to give anyone, anywhere in the world, to run their own online store. Now, you must be wondering, if they are free, then how actually do they really make money, right? I mean, there's a bullshit detector in our mind, and there's nothing free in this world. Actually, yeah, there's nothing free. What they do is that they just provide the shopping cart free. But when your business scale up, when you do better things, you want more function, then you can optionally, have or purchase the modules. So that's where they make money. But other than that, for a startup, for you to own an e-commerce site, the function that they have is more than enough, trust me. Right? So that's one of the benefits of this. So a new companies, SMEs, entrepreneurs who want to start out with a simple basic e-commerce site, this would be a good option. Right? So they actually started back in May 2007. They started in France, Paris, and over the years they have developed many versions of it, and lately they have developed PrestaShop 1.7. So if you really look at it, PrestaShop 1.7, the latest model of it, is really, really nice looking e-commerce product. It's suitable for you, for those who are selling clothes, electrical items. Very, very nice, and it's completely mobile responsive. This means if you browse it through the desktop, mobile, or even tablet, it's mobile responsive. It will change the structure accordingly. So you don't have to develop an app for mobile or whatsoever. So you can have a single website that serves all the devices. Right? So what kind of business will it fit? Actually, we have small online store up to large online stores also using PrestaShop. There are a few international brands like Decathlon. In fact, Decathlon has just opened their shop in Bandar Seri Damansari, Kampong Dan. Even they themselves are using PrestaShop for their online store, right? And hotels and so on. A lot of stores, international brands actually build their website. But this tells you that if you start small, you can use the same platform. When you go big, you still use it. So you don't have to switch many. Sometimes certain websites only cater small business. When you want to scale up, it does not cater that. Right? So all over the world there are about 250,000 online stores, but a lot of integration available. You can integrate with PayPal, eBay, Amazon, Alipay also. There's a lot of international payment solutions also available, where you can just add on if you need it. And there are more than 5,000 modules. Name it, live chat, a payment gateway, shipping modules, everything is available. So I've been using this solution for about almost 3 years now, this website, and I found that most of the needs that I need, most of the function that I need as I scale up, as my business grows, I can find it in the marketplace. It's just whether you want or not, whether you have the budget to have it or not, that's what. But otherwise, the basic function that comes free is more than enough for a startup company. Right. So they have few offices in France, Italy, Spain, and also Germany, and there are about 1 million members. There are 1 million members in 195 countries, and there are 72 ambassadors actually. And there are a few ambassadors. Yeah. So I just want to share it with you. Why would you be using PrestaShop actually? Because there's few shops. You can start a completely new shop in just 24 hours. If you go now, you get yourself a domain and a hosting service company. You can install this and you can now start having your own e-commerce site. Practically in just 24 hours, right? And it is user-friendly, multilingual. Like I said, there are 500 features, including warehousing, logistic. Its features are built-in, free, and also it's open source. That means whatever information, you own it. Whatever customization, you own it. You want to do more sophisticated ability, you can do it by yourself if you have the features. But if you do not have, like I said, there are 75 ambassadors and more than few thousand people using it. You can go to them and ask for their help. So you don't have to go and back to a same company and again, and maybe you're tied down with them. Maybe they'll ask you a lot of money to do some customization, but because there's a lot of users out there in the world, they can do it at a very competitive rate on hourly basis.
I'm sorry, but we've got to cut it short. Do you mind just summarizing?
Yeah, that's why the last slide is
Okay.
right. No, next one. Next one. Yes. So this is the last. Yes. So this is the. So I didn't have much time. So there's a lot of things you may want to do in your website, but there may be a lot of solutions. There's many e-commerce sites that you can have on your own. But what I would suggest is that look at everything, including PrestaShop, right? You may not end up using this, but you will find that, okay, this gives you a good idea what to expect when you build up a new e-commerce site. You may ask, if it's free, what actually is the cost? Like I said, as long as you have a domain name, which is $15 a year, and $15 for hosting company a year, basically that's $30 a year, you can have your own e-commerce site. That's all you need actually to have it. So PrestaShop, you can just give it a try, just give it a thought, whether you should have or not your website on this. Basically that's about it. If you have more information, if you have more questions, I'll be just out there and you can just ask more questions from me. Okay, sorry about that.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite our last marketing sharing session from Sinchu.
Almost half empty already. Thank you for staying back for us. Thank you very much. Can you hear me just now? If can, I don't need this mic.
Better have mic.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. My name is Lenny Chia. I'm the GM of this MCIL Multimedia. I remember well. Okay, which is a digital subsidiary of Sinju Media. Okay. So I'll keep it very short. The reason why I'm here is because we have an e-commerce forum to be held next month, end of next month, 29 at Setia City Shah Alam, the convention center of for today, we would like to make a special offer because you are good people here staying back for us. Alright? Yeah, somebody is laughing. Can give me a big clap? Thank you. Yeah, okay. The original price is 380 and as advertised, it's only 190. But because you are good people, we offer another $50. Not dollars, ringgit. So altogether, the end price is 140. But you need to quote this number. Sorry, it's in Mandarin, okay? Yeah, you need to code this one. Later, my people will distribute the leaflet to you so that you can remember this code easier, alright? I'm sorry to those, because this one is only Mandarin. But the other one I'm going to propose at the event is colorblind. It applies to everyone, okay? Yes, I'll talk about this one first. So the program, how you register everything is listed in this leaflet. Please get it from my colleague, and I appreciate really if you can leave us your card also, so that we can do a good follow on you. Thank you. And the next one, sorry. Don't mind. Okay, you can click this one. Yeah, and code, yeah, ECMCM 140. Alright? Give that a little bit of time to photograph it. Okay. The next one, okay, it is about our Hsinchu Business Award. It is in its 5th year running. And the reason why it is applicable to you all, because we have altogether 12 categories. One of them, the number 9. The number 9 one is Digital and Technology Business Excellence Award. It is applicable to all of you, regardless of whatever languages you are using, okay? So it's quite colorblind. And then the other one, I would like to point out, in your business is regional. I think Mr. Sunny, you are quite relevant to number 4 and number 9. You can consider the apply, okay? Because he has a branch in Singapore. As long as in any one of the Asian country, you are welcome to apply, okay? So all the details is here also. We have a sales counter outside. The senior manager and my other executive, you can approach them for more details, including me, okay? So time is running short. I think I'll just stop here. This is our microsite. You can go online to check it out. And then this is the microsite and the relevant details. Okay, so you can take a shot, or afterward you get my nomination form. It's okay, quite easy. Alright, and this is the nomination form. Alright, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for attending today's class. If you guys are interested to attend our next class, which is where we are having the early bird prize, do not hesitate to go to our counter. And also, if you're interested for Hsinchu, also you can go to their counter. So thank you very much, and let's go and take a group photo outside. Thank you.